Uh, is this thing on? uh, testes? Testes. Testes, 1, 2. It's, the Outlaw Window, Cleaner podcast. Oh, yeah. These dudes are doing a podcast, and it's, this dude's name is Squeegee. Squeegee, that, dumbass Tanner dude, and some stupid dumbass that likes, Bon Jovi or something. That, Tim Huber dude. He probably likes Ellen, too. Take it away, dumbass.
What?
Are we live yet?
Yeah, we're live. Yeah, you can keep
I'll
going.
Just do it this way. I'm going to get you like 30 of the first one that I plan to make you, and then
Okay.
I'll make like 15 or 20 of the other kind that you mentioned.
Okay.
And then you can engrave them or do what you got to do, and then we can get them out.
I'm gonna add the.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna boycott until we get some Dick Winchines from Marc Tanners.
Listen, Tim, you can't. As
really.
exciting as they are, you
It's
can't
been
sit
a
on them,
long
okay?
time.
Yeah. Well, listen. I mean, it seems to be like a real big hang up for him is the fact that there's still no Dick Winchines.
I
It's
just
like a
can't
problem.
believe there's no Dick.
Dude, I haven't seen you in 6 months, and we're just talking about Dick. You know.
What's up, Dad?
I can't believe there's no Dick Winchines.
Everybody say hello to my father.
What's up, Pop?
Hello, Mr. Gilbert.
Yeah, dude, that's all that fucking Tim can think about is the fact that there still aren't any Dick Winchines.
I'm just astonished by it, really.
Right.
I can't believe that wouldn't be first priority.
Right.
Understand this. Both of you, dude, how do you think I feel? My wife bought me that for my birthday, what, a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
Okay. We but anyway, both of you are so much better at computers than I am, and that's what I need, is someone to come over that knows software and hardware. That's what it is.
Listen, I don't know if you know this or not, but Tim and I clean windows for a living. So
Yeah, but dude, trust me when I tell you,
I don't know how to fucking work a fucking plasma cutter, dude.
no. The software to make the plasma cutter work.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we learned all that in school. Not? I mean, what the fuck are you
I never
talking
took that in
about,
school.
dude?
No.
We didn't either.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, hey, when we went to metal shop, we worked on lathes and stick welded and shit.
Right.
We didn't have no plasma cutters.
Okay.
That was like fucking science. You know what I mean?
But the guy that used to live next door to me, his nephew started making pretty cool Christmas stuff, like metal Christmas trees, and painting them all and powder coating them.
Uh-huh.
So I sent him a message, hey, dude, is that on a CNC plasma? And he's like, yeah. I go, can you come over? Because I have one and I can't get it to work. And he's like, I'm not real good with this. I'm just getting it figured out. I go, but you're cutting shit. You're
Right.
way ahead of me. I've had mine for over a year, and I'm not cutting shit. So he's like, all right, as soon as I get a break, I'll come over and we'll get it figured out. So, I don't want to promise. So I'm just saying, eventually it's going to work, and we'll get the
Eventually,
penis.
there'll be Dick wind chimes. Eventually.
Mhm.
That makes... I know my dad would like a set of Dick wind chimes.
He could hang them from the mirror of his truck.
I mean, whose dad wouldn't want to set him?
Dude, my dad would totally hang those on his front porch.
Oh, I know he would. Yeah,
Totally.
he would.
My dad would
I could see him going down the road holding them out the window.
My dad would totally rock those. I want a set for my porch
sharing
because
around.
I just feel like it's a good thing. Dick
You
wind
deserve
chimes.
them. You will deserve them.
It's a topic. It's a topic starter.
Look,
Conversation
it's
starter.
the gift that keeps on giving the whole year long.
So are you gonna come and do the Christmas podcast? Pre-record the Christmas podcast with us, Tim? Or
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I hope so.
I'm looking. Hey, I am 36 days from Florida, baby.
Oh,
Now- You're
I'm
still
looking
a
at
good
some
ways
every
north of me,
day.
right?
I'll be in. Yeah, we're flying into Melbourne and staying in Palm Bay, but I'm trying to fill up my days till I get to that 36th day. You know what I mean?
my dad would like to know if he can have tit wind chimes instead. He would like to have breast wind chimes.
Now, does your dad like Okay, so we'll have to ask. Does he like the mashed potatoes in the stocking tit, the cucumber tit, or does he like what kind of tits does he like? Those big areolas like bologna.
Baloney nipples. There's nothing
or
worse.
The nipples like
I'm sorry.
Farrah Fawcett nipples like this big.
I'm I'm sorry, but there's nothing worse than baloney nipples. It's just that's a real letdown.
Yeah, that is.
I like them small and tight. You know what I mean? I don't like those fucking.
And the big ones always have the braille on them.
Is like this.
Yeah, they make those for blind people. They have braille on them.
Oh shit!
This is a window cleaning podcast, man. We can't be talking.
Yeah,
about
it used
that
to
shit.
be.
Talked about dicks and tits since I've been on here.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know, man. Dad likes 44 longs. So yeah, man. What's the weather like down there where you're at, Tim? Is it still nice?
Freezing rain right now.
Freezing rain.
Yeah. It's gonna be nice tomorrow though. It's gonna be like 45.
Oh man, that's gonna be in the 30s up here.
Yeah, we're gonna get working next 2 days, so it's nice.
My cigarette keeps going up.
Can't smoke in the office no more.
I can't smoke in the office. That's the only thing that sucked about stopping to meet you is that I went to the wrong restaurant and I could have fucking walked in the front door of that cafe and told Tim's wife, Tim's smoking in the office.
And that would have been hilarious.
Because I would have noticed her. I would have noticed her as soon as I walked through the door. And honestly, that most likely would have been the first thing I said to her. I'm like, I just came here to let you know that Tim's at home smoking in the office. That would have been my very first thing I would have said to her. And then Tim's like, he messages me. He's like, dude, where are you at? I was like, we're sitting in the parking lot. He's like, where are you at? In the Walmart parking lot? I'm like, no, I don't even see fucking Walmart. He's like, oh, you're at the other location. So I drove past. My bad, dog. My bad, dog.
You drove right past it as you went home, too, though.
Oh, did I?
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah, when we went up that main drag in Newark.
Okay.
That's that business section.
Okay.
All right, now I'm on. I just got done sharing.
Well, there's 10 people watching.
Fuck, that's shit. What the fuck, 13, you guys?
11. Oh, I don't know how many's.
Shouldn't have started with the dicks. We should have waited for the dicks.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
If you're watching this podcast, there's 11 of you, 10 of you, however many. I don't care. There should be more than 4 thumbs up, though. That's for sure. You should definitely be thumbs upping this video while you're watching it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? That's the way I feel about it. So,
is that real?
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro.
Dude,
fuck, that was great.
I'm all about them special effects, son. This is a high quality audio stream.
Some shit never changes, does it?
TJ sent me that. I rolled down the window. I thought there was a pro stock racing at the light next to me.
I rolled down the window.
I was looking for John Force. I sounded like nitro methane.
So I want to say this before I forget it. If you are a Patreon member and you want your Patreon gift for Christmas this year, send me your fucking address. So this is your first, last, only warning. I've asked several times, if you want your Christmas present from the Squeegee Life podcast and you're a Patreon member, you better send me your information. None of this, don't you have it on file? No, motherfucker, I ain't got no files. Have you had a chance to be involved in my life whatsoever this past year and almost 2 years now? We're going on 2 years of doing this podcast. I don't know if anyone realizes that. This started out as a complete fucking Hail Mary, and now we're 2 years in. We got graphics on the screen. We do it live on YouTube.
Every step of the way, fellas.
Yeah, dude.
Tim's out of retirement.
In all honesty, the podcast wouldn't be I wouldn't be on YouTube if it wasn't for Tim.
I mean, pasturing you. You had to be on YouTube.
Yeah, I know, but
you just have that personality. Yeah. You know what I mean? You have that likable, funny personality.
I don't know. Let's relax. I mean, we're not gonna have sex, even though you've asked me twice when we met. We're not gonna have sex. But
I try.
In all reality, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel if it wasn't for Tim. Tim's the one that was like, dude, you need to get on YouTube. You need to get on YouTube. You need to get on YouTube. You need to shoot video. You need to shoot video. You need to get on YouTube. And finally, I was like, all right. And I was like, let's do a podcast. I mean, if I'm going to start a YouTube channel, do you honestly need my address? No, I don't need your address, Dad. I don't need yours. You're not a Patreon member anyways, Dad.
Yeah, you need to start kicking in.
You're not even kicking in, Pops. No, Pops kicks in. Kicks in the door. Yeah, but if you want your gift, man, make sure you private message me your fucking information. If you're a Patreon member and you're listening to this right now and you want a gift from the Squeegee Life podcast, you better fucking, because there's going to be, if me and Jason, I really, really need help. I need a do you know anybody with a PVC card embosser? Either one of you guys. You know what I'm talking about? The thing that punches numbers and names into PVC cards. I need one of those badly. And I don't want to drop $200 on one. You know what I mean? I could buy one brand new, but they're $200.
Yeah. So is that the one that raises the letters up, or is it just print on card? Yeah.
No, it raises the letter up so it's official. You've seen what I'm trying to. You know what I've got.
Yeah.
And I would like. I want to
credit card business. Scamming numbers?
Yes.
Scamming numbers?
Yes, that's what we're doing. And I need someone to help me commit a felony.
You need to barcode those fuckers so we can turn people off too when they don't kick in.
Right, when they don't kick in. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get one. I need a 72 character card machine that makes, puts, like I could put people's names on a card if I want.
Yeah.
I got something cool I want to do for the Patreon members, and it would be.
And you
cool
could buy blanks. You just buy blanks.
Yeah. I've already got. Like I said, there's something cool. I don't want to give it all away.
Yeah.
But I've left hints. There's hints around. There's hints on the internet. You may or may not have seen the hints. They're very quick, but there are hints. I've been dropping subliminal messages for like 6 months now. So ever since I might know a couple of chicks. My dad is such a male whore, I swear to God. Jesus Christ. My dad is a professional pimp. He rides his motorcycle around chasing chicks and shit, man. He's fucking something else, man.
That's not a bad way to be known, though.
I appreciate the gift, but I don't need wind chimes. Big Squeegee, are you a Patreon member? I'm talking about you go to www.patreon.com/Squeegee Life and you donate to the podcast. That's a Patreon member. That's cool that you're watching the show. I really appreciate it. But this is for Patreon members only. People that give us money to do this show.
Yeah. You could only give $1, Big Squeegee.
Yeah, you can give $1. It could be whatever. There's different. Actually, the top tier is sold out. The $20 tier is sold out. Everybody, that was sold out within a day. So,
shit.
But there are different tiers there, and now since we started Patreon, I don't pay to host the podcast, to do it live, none of that stuff anymore. It's all awesome. Yeah. I mean, I've got to advertise, of course, but things have changed. But as far as that goes, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna start getting. What do you want to call it? You guys are gonna start getting kickbacks for that. It's gonna be super sweet. This first kickback is like, top line, especially if I can get that embosser. I get that embosser, it's gonna be the best gift ever. I feel like.
Yeah.
Mark's like, whatever. But I
think it'll be cool.
It's gonna be titties and beer. I think it's gonna be titties and beer, but whatever.
Well, you know what? Never mind.
Listen.
Never mind.
Masters at Wagtail. We all know who that is. M-A-W. Who's that?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Marcus.
Marcus Bay.
Yeah.
Marcus Bay. Says he knows all about subliminal messages. Hopefully, if you've ever watched one of my videos, you might have caught it, because there is a legit esoteric agenda going on my fucking videos, man. I'm surprised. I put one in the last one I put up. So,
dude, that video that I watched today about the handy sleeve. I ate Popeye's chicken 3 times because you flashed that shit up for half a second, didn't you? The
Yeah.
new chicken sandwich.
That new chicken sandwich is on there,
why
bro.
I'm here. I just ate. The guy's like, didn't you get here a half hour ago?
I just keep
Yeah,
coming
watch the
back
video.
for it. But yeah, I want everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna send you a credit card, Henry.
What the deal, pickle? Fake credit card gift. Man, some people, you could lead a horse to fucking water, but you sure as fuck can't force him to drink,
I already
boy.
know what the fuck it is, and I already know what the fuck.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? I got you. I see what you're saying.
Listen, I want everyone to know straight away. This is a $60 sweatshirt that I bought for myself, and Jennifer tried. She was having trouble with this Squeegee Life design, the window cleaning history design. She was having trouble making it happen. You know what I mean? She couldn't get the weeding right, the program, because she's not Mike. She's not the guy that started doing this, but she's got it down now. And I bought a hoodie for her to test it out because I owed someone a hoodie. I actually owed a guy a hoodie and a T-shirt from the huge convention, and I just sent it out Monday. But she couldn't. I mean, she's, as everyone knows, she's got shit going on, and not on top of that, she's learning how to do something she's never done in her whole life.
Right.
And this particular shirt and the Metallica Squeegee Life shirt that I made that is coming too. She's just, those are really hard shirts for her to do. It's not easy for her to do that.
Yeah, so you guys started out like hitting home runs instead of doing simple shit.
Yeah.
You're doing detailed stuff, multicolor.
Super detailed, multi-layered colors. It's fucking...
Yeah.
And this shirt here, I didn't post that up there for any other reason but to advertise my lady doing nice work. This shirt is for me. If you want a camouflage shirt, you're probably going to have to fucking pay through the nose for it unless I can find a source for them. Because I actually went to the mall and bought this at Champs. You know what I mean? It's not like, you know, like a bulk order T-shirt or a sweatshirt.
Dude, you ought to make like Squeegee Life underwear. Make Squeegee Life underwear, get these motherfuckers to pose in it, put artificial skid marks in them right out of the box, everything.
What were you saying? What did you say?
There's this place down here, it's Heritage Sportswear, and they got bulk wholesale for all that shit.
Well, can you find out?
I'll send you the link.
Send me the link, and I'll look and see if there's...
Well, I mean, where you could buy bulk T-shirts, buy all that shit, because you got all the printing shit, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna want to buy that shit bulk and get that shit as cheap as possible.
Right. Well, I've got a spot. I've got a spot to get shirts from that's decently priced that Mike and Christine, the former owners, turned me on to.
Right.
And they're okay, but if I could find, I'm limited to an extent. So.
Right.
If I can find camo hoodies, I'll do you a camo hoodie. I'll just have to look, guys. But yes, this is the hoodie. And you can see the Squeegee Life is super fucking dope. I mean, it's upside down here, but you get the drift. That motherfucker, that's on the hood. So when it's flipped down, you can read that on the hood. And then, it's got the patent design on the back. It's fucking dope, man. It's a dope shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts we ever did. And I thank Mike for doing it the first time, because when he seen that, he had to be like, what the fuck? Because when I showed Jennifer, she was like, dude, come on. So, and to be honest, this window cleaning history logo is about 2 times the size as it used to be. You know what I mean? On the sleeve.
Opened it up.
Yeah, because it's so tight. We still are having trouble with the sleeve for the T-shirt, so right. I don't know. But yeah, she's got it down to where now she's actually in there right now grinding it out. She's got 2 or 3 orders that have nothing to do with me. So
that's awesome.
But I also got to say that the dudes that have ordered Squeegee Life shirts from us, you guys are awesome. I just looked today, or maybe it was yesterday, I can't remember. Cameron Kidd sent me money for a future shirt. Like, hey, when you figure that out, send one me to. I want
that's
the,
a good man.
But it's like, dude, I just like, dude, you can't do that, guys. I mean, I love you guys. Don't get me wrong, but man, that's undue pressure. That's some pressure, man. Now we got to perform.
Yeah, it's like getting paid for a job in advance, and then you spend the money, and then you're like, fuck Cameron.
Right. Right.
I gotta send that motherfucker
Got that
shirt.
shit.
Right.
Forgot. Pull the
Yeah.
pair and say, sorry.
Okay, TJ, you can put that camo hoodie in the mail to me tomorrow. You know, Jason, it's your size, so it would fucking. Although it's not, I don't feel like this is a true extra large because it's like newfangled. Everything nowadays is like slim fit. Like jeans are all tight to your fucking calves and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It's
right,
hard
right.
to find clothes.
The Seth Meyers collection.
Yeah, the Seth Meyers collection. This hoodie is directly from the Seth Meyers collection.
Yeah.
There's no
Only
question.
available at fagsorus.com.
We're getting kicked off of YouTube for that one.
That's okay.
Oh my god, that's okay.
Fabulous.
That's all right. We use another format. Periscope.
This is my Maker t-shirt too, which you guys can also, if you want a Maker t-shirt, you can get a Maker. It's got this the Maker design that you see here on the bottom left corner there. It's got that on there on the back across
Makers
the
needs
shoulders.
to get their shit together. With every handy sleeve or Maker product, they should have a T-shirt to go with it to get their name out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got this, and that says quality window cleaning products underneath it, or quality window cleaning gear underneath it, in white, and then it's got the diamond on the chest, and then the ghost squeegee life on the stars and bars, I like to call them, the cross. What?
Jason Lehman. Oh, it's China 4XL. Remember when we were over at that place and we opened those shirts
Those
up
t-shirts
and it's like the 2XL
was the same size as the small.
Yeah,
they
it's
were
like,
all
what
this.
does that fit? A fucking teddy bear. Fucking panda.
Dude. Yeah, man. Dude, I was gonna do. I'm just gonna be honest. I was gonna do an assault mop fucking parody with Wet a Willie, but Mark shot it right in the ass. He said no. He's like, no, you don't do that. Fuck that guy. Don't give him no smoke, which I have to agree with. I happen to agree
just
with.
Remember, it's like with a little kid. Little kids have that thing in their head, and to them, bad attention is better than no attention.
Yeah.
So how about,
Right.
no attention for a while?
Like his window cleaning app views on that YouTube video, I just like to scroll through because he turned his comments and his likes off, which, I mean, why don't you just fold up shop? If you don't want nobody reacting or commenting, you just want blind fucking attention to your dribbling, then get off of YouTube.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. Is it just a coincidence that those videos now get about anywhere from 12 to 15 views, and in that factory there's 12 to 15 employees working at any one time?
Right. Right. Well, I just think his whole, I mean, and because I watched his little demonstration, like most of it, as much of it as I could stomach. I kind of scrubbed through some of it. That reveal that he did, that brush that he made. I mean, it looks cool and everything, but I mean, it's still got the same old design flaws. There's no fucking bristles on that brush.
Yeah.
Did you see that? It's kind of, I like the fact that he's got it all splayed out, already at an angle. That's smart, whatever, but it still ain't got no bristles on it. It's still a hunk of shit.
Let me tell you, and I turned a buddy of mine local onto it.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing like a Tucker Alpha, and I don't care what you do. There's just, dude, nothing cleans like that brush.
Well,
does.
they wanna try to downplay the Tucker brush, the square. He calls them broom style brushes. You want to try. He tries to downplay that because he's trying to be I'm super innovative. The problem is that the Tucker brush just fucking works. That Alpha brush just works.
Yeah.
You can lay it. You can throw it in the back of the truck like it's a brick, and it can lay on the bristles for a week. You pick it up. It might be a little fucking hoomowed, but once you get it wet and get it on the glass, it bounces right back into shape. It's not a reach it brush where the fucking shit's all crunkled up and it's fucked. Yeah. You gotta buy replacement bristles.
Yeah.
I just think his, and the only reason why I'm talking about him right now is because during his little fucking live stream, he was dropping, he was throwing subtle hints. His boyfriend, Lee Burbridge, was on fucking social media. I will never support a product that's supported by mean influencers. Fuck you, Lee Burbridge, you fucking douche. You're fucking such a douche, man.
They narrated all the mean back then. That's what their game plan was the whole time. They were in the background pushing it all.
Yeah, but Lee Burbridge in the background. That whole time we were fighting with Chris and Luke, like, man, you're doing such a good job. Fuck those guys. Right. And now it's like, you guys are mean. Yeah. Now that it's turned around on you and we expose Perry for the fucking total pile of shit that he is, now we're not cool. Now we're not cool. When I was fucking shitting on Luke and Rihanna and fucking Steve-O and fucking the guys over at WCR, you guys love that shit. You guys lap that shit up. Lap that shit up, boy.
Right.
You couldn't get your fucking nose out of my crotch. You was
In our
all up on my
messenger,
junk, son.
yeah.
Begging me to come to KC Mode.
Right.
Please come, please come. Didn't he? Got on the fucking phone and begged us to show up. So fuck you, man. Fuck you and that fucking sawed-off fucking sack of shit Lee Burbridge. Fucking turd burglar. Get the fuck out of here, man. Oh, Chester ass motherfucker. Fuck you. Always talking shit on social media. Who talks shit on social media to the people about people that are blocked? You blocked us. You blocked us on YouTube, Facebook. Who you talking to, bro?
Yeah.
Who you talking to? Them same 23 dudes that are watching fucking Homeboy's videos are the same 25 guys that have been blowing him for 10 years. If you can live off of you 23 fucking retards, then oh well, great. Good for you.
Yep.
We got a new facility. No, you went into a new facility that you could afford because you couldn't afford the last one. Let's be honest. We all know it. We all know it, and I got proof. I know you couldn't afford it. You're a hoe ass bitch, bro. We got a new factory. No, you got a half the size you used to be in, fucking remade fucking little fucking shit shack, and you think you're the shit now. You're not. We all, hey, trust me, the word is out. You couldn't afford the bigger one, and that's cool, man. Whatever. Don't fake the funk, homeboy. And this Mentos moment was brought to you by Jason fucking Lehman.
That shit's
The
all
fucking
fake,
the Pacific Northwest white Bigfoot, Jason Lehman. That Mentos that was brought to you by Jason Lehman. So go fuck yourself, man. The Fresh Maker. That's right, Dustin Duffy. The Fresh Maker, son.
That's good.
Now we saying go
our
fuck
audience
yourself
is awesome.
to Jason Lehman or to Perry Tig? No.
Huh?
Or we saying to go fuck yourself to Jason Lehman or
No.
Perry
Well,
Tig?
we say it with
Still.
Jason as to put a smile.
Yeah.
We say it the other way.
Yeah, we say
meaning it.
fuck you, Perry, you stupid ass bitch. Jason, fuck you, bro. It's different.
Hey Jason, go fuck yourself. It's smiling.
It really, there's really no pot that was stirred. He was fucking online, having everybody block the both of them during their big reveal. And, hey, we got a brush that's made right now. Give us $300 and I'll give you one for life. Yeah, it's because you're only paying fucking 30 cents to have that fucking thing made, you fucking cheapskate.
But he's giving you a brush for life.
Well, rumor has it the new videos you see a lot of cats running around in the background because he shares it with the cat slaughterhouse.
Hey, I want to know. I want to know what happened to that
really
little dog already.
He must be really close to going out of business if he's saying, "I'm giving you a brush for life."
Doesn't he have like an insurance program or something on him now or something? I don't know.
Be something crazy.
I don't know. I just know he's got that goofy brush that still ain't made right in my opinion. It needs more fucking bristles, but here you go. There's your bone. I just gave it to you.
We're still talking about this motherfucker all because he to throw us under the bus because of his faulty product. Remember that. That's it.
Yeah.
No apology, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's just, I just wanted to get that out there and get that over with. Just to put it to bed right now before it gets brought up again. Fuck you, Perry, you piece of shit. And
every third
fucking
Bob
Lee Burbridge, I know you either stayed up real fucking late to watch this or you're gonna watch it first thing in the morning because you love the way my underwear smells after I've worn them all day. So, Lee Burbridge, you fucking piece of shit, eat a dick, a whole bag of them, and then choke on the last one. Hopefully it's Perry's and it's got poop on the balls. What? I just don't fucking like that dude, man. I don't like. You know what's funny? The funniest thing about this entire situation is him trying to fucking get my channel taken down and then get YouTube sending me the correspondence and him fucking crying. It's the best, dude. There was nothing more satisfying than that for me. You know what I mean? Because that dude was swinging from our balls. That whole time, all that shit was going on. He was in my inbox. He wanted to be my best friend. Did
an article in his magazine on us, on me. He wanted to do one on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He did it all. He was just then when you tried to explain to him about what was going on with Richie, he didn't want to hear it.
No. Yeah, and that's that's the it's cool. That's where his bread is getting buttered over there, and that's whatever's whatever, man. It's all.
But
good.
when you're friends with somebody, you don't do that.
Well, you don't think you would do that, but there are people out there, and that which we've both seen. That
It's just crazy.
That's
to
just
me.
how they are. There's just people like that out there. You know what I mean?
It's crazy to me.
So I don't wish either one of them ill will, but I just rather you just shut the fuck up. Just stop talking about me. Don't talk about fucking Richie and what the fuck Richie's doing. Don't talk about Casper and what the fuck Casper's doing. Just shut your fucking mouth. Do your thing. If you're the best, then prove it. Do your thing and shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
We shouldn't be denting that armor at all.
Yeah. Every time, and and this is the way I play this. I don't say nothing about them if they don't say nothing about me. But they like to get on there and talk fucking shit. So, talk shit. I'm gonna talk shit back. Fuck you.
Hey,
fuck
karma's
you.
coming, man.
Yeah.
Maker will be a bigger Maker will be a bigger company one day than.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think that's very plausible.
That's
very
the karma,
plausible.
though,
Just
so.
because I have all the insider information, and I know that they got more people in the squad than what they're letting on to. I'm telling you right now. I know.
Not
for
only
a
that,
fact.
make a product. Because I've had discussions with them.
Mm-hmm.
The materials that everything is made out of is the best quality material
Right.
that money could buy. The price is not the answer. So if you think a product might be 10%, 20% more than a competitors or something, even close to it, well, when you compare the quality, look, how many times have you bought anything outside of window cleaning? Okay, here's an example. When I was doing a lot of pressure cleaning, I'd go up to the supply house here and I'd get a pressure cleaning gun because all the guns I were buying would start leaking. They're like pissing water out, and that fools the machine into thinking that it's time to pressure up, and the machine's surging and everything. And the guy puts the pressure cleaning gun on the table, and he says, it's $28 or $30, and I say, well, do you have something else? I didn't ask for the cheapest thing. Well, no, this is what we sell. And I'm like, how about giving me one for $50 that I'll lose it and have to replace it versus in 2 weeks it's going to be puking its guts up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's no sacrifice for quality when it comes to something. Everything from the poles to the brushes to pressure cleaning equipment, it's better to, me personally at this point, don't want to be frustrated and aggravated with trying to make something work.
Yeah. And to be honest, that's the rule of thumb with window cleaning is fast and efficient. And if you're having to work on shit, his whole safer, fucking faster, whatever the fuck, is kind of like a conundrum because, there's a lot of times you're spending fucking dicking with his shit because it breaks. And he doesn't, it may not, he might say it doesn't now. We've ironed out all those issues since 2012, and that's cool, whatever. You know what I mean? If it took you 7 years to make a clamp that's not fucking a hunk of shit, then great. But what I'm saying is, if that's what you've been marketing for the last couple of years is we do everything faster, we're innovative, at least make it solid. And that has not been the case. But you're going to get that. You're going to get that from Maker though, because it's going to be vetted and it's going to be done right. So
well, not only that, if you're going to promote something that's faster, safer, and better, at least 2 out of those 3 need to be viable.
Yes.
Let's be real here.
Yes.
Okay, that process of up, down, across, we've all talked about that. Fake news. Fake fucking news. That's CNN of fucking news right there.
Right.
Okay? The whole rebuildable thing, I like it. But if we had it made with better parts, it wouldn't need to be rebuildable. I don't know about you, T. I've never had to do anything to my Tucker brush, Alpha style.
I'm just trying to figure out when it's going to wear out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Dude,
I've got two of the big ones with the aluminum rinse bars, and I'm still on the first one, and I used the fuck out of that this season.
Dude,
I
it was
used the
years
shit out of
ago. It was years ago. I was cleaning lamps at a movie theater when you called me out on that Tucker brush, and I'm like, dude, it just fucking works. What do you want me to tell you? You're like, you're a traitor. You're a traitor.
Well, once I got the Alpha brush, I was like, oh, okay, now I see what you're saying. You know what I mean?
I'm going to tell you this story again.
Those weak ass bells and whistles on that other brush don't compare to just the straight up reliability and durability and cleanability of the Tucker brush. It's not the same. It's not the same level. It's a different tier. They've been doing it longer, and just accept that. You know what I mean? Yep. The Alpha brush is a great fucking brush, man. Yeah. I know they had a little hiccup with the aluminum rinse bar, but I've had an aluminum rinse bar since I got my Tucker brushes, and I have not once scratched a window with it because I'm not a fucking idiot.
You use it the way it's intended to be.
Yes. Go ahead,
I had
though.
a hydraulic cylinder from my lift bouncing around the bed of my truck, taking it in for rebuild. I told you this, and it puked up hydraulic fluid all over the bed of my truck. That Tucker brush laid in that hydraulic fluid. I didn't even notice it because hydraulic fluid is clear.
Yeah.
Right? So I put the brush on the pole. I go to Ruth Chris Steakhouse. I put that motherfucker on the glass, and it was a white mess of gooey, greasy slime.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hell? And I smell it. I go, oh, boy, this is a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to get the garden hose out. Lucky there was a hose outlet there. Scrub the windows with soap, water, and ammonia. Rinse them with the hose to get the hydraulic fluid off. It was all over the frames because I was hitting 3 or 4 windows at a time.
And that'd be leaching forever.
Yeah, dude, I took that Tucker brush. I put it in a 5-gallon bucket with 1.5 gallons of Simple Green. It sat for 2 days. I rinsed it off with hot water, and I'm still using it today. Transmission fluid did not, transmission fluid or hydraulic fluid.
Well, you actually soaked it in oil flow too. You soaked it in a few things.
Oil flow wouldn't take it off. It had to go to Simple Green. Yeah. Yeah. No, that oil flow was when I got that glue, that hot foot bird glue
off the brush,
on the bristles. Yeah, dude, I sprayed lacquer thinner on it.
And is that the same brush?
Same brush.
So, and it's still kicking ass. So
I actually had
if you put one of those other brushes in any kind of solvent, it's gonna melt the bristles.
Yeah, it looked like Don King's pubic hair.
So, all right, Tim, how do you like your new pulls? Have they made Joey talk yet?
I haven't seen Joey. I haven't actually worked since I've seen you. I haven't cleaned a window yet. I start tomorrow. My season's almost done.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
I give you those super sweet ass pulls and you ain't fucking used them one time.
Well, I mean, I haven't been on a commercial job to do them yet. So I don't use
pulls just because there's so much cooler
shit
in the commercial world.
Do you have a sim pull now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you. I wanted to show it.
Yeah.
Him. At one point in time, Phil and I had a conversation, and I said, look, the only time I've held a sim pull was TJ's when I saw him in Ohio, and it was a 20-minute conversation between the two of us. I've never used one, and Phil said, well, I know you're coming to IWCA to help me out. I got a used pole. I'm going to go through it and send it to you. I don't know exactly what I got, but it's the black one, and then he sent an 1/8 piece that's longer. What is that, T? That's the high modulus?
I don't know what you have. You'll have to send me a picture of it. But
okay, I'll send you
I'm hoping you got the Sim 22. I'm hoping that's what you got.
I think so. And then
I hope you got what I got because that Sim 22 is gangsta.
I'm going to tell you this. It's I think it's 5 or 6 pieces. They're like 4.5 foot long, and then the section on the bottom
is a big 8
extension. It's a longer one.
Well, he sent me. He sent me a 7 and 8 for my Sim 22. Dude, the short version, the 4'7"
I'm
version.
I'm gonna tell you
and when I told him I gave away my tadpole, he sent me another one.
That's sweet. He's a sweet man.
Yeah, he's a sweet guy.
But let me finish. I stretched that pole out. You know the white part of it that's like 6-8 inches. I put everything on the white line, stretched that motherfucker out, and there is nothing I've ever used
different.
as rigid as that. That motherfucker is tight.
And it's light, too, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking, dude, it's...
I don't want to use anything else.
I'm telling you.
There might be a huge fire sale of rigid gear coming up at a very discounted rate. I'll have my own motherfucking Black Friday.
And really, to be honest with you could do it, too.
Yeah. Oh, I got a lot. I got suckered in. Yeah. Oh my god.
Dude, there's a distinct difference between the two. Philip, you can tell. You can tell.
And if you, dude, I couldn't imagine. And again, for whatever reason, certain poles, because I'm not going to bash anyone because I don't know all the different ones.
Right.
Any pole that does not completely come apart, in my mind, is a piece of shit. Because here's what happens. On the Reach It comes apart on 1, 3, 5, or something like that. Every time I go to a job, right, 3 is not enough, so I got to add 4, 5, and 6 when I only need another foot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I pull up, I look at the job, I pull 3 sections out, I put it on the building. Okay, 1 more will do. I add that 4th section. That's what I love about it. It doesn't make sense to me that it does not come apart.
Yeah.
Every single position.
What's up? Rob Peloso is watching the show. What's up, Rob Peloso? You fucking douchebag. You never fucking come. Him and that fucking what's his name? Fernando. You don't see neither one of those fucking guys anymore. Or what's his name? The Pro Wash Missouri dude.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Lewis?
Fucking
Lewis?
Joe Hardy's fucking buddy.
Yeah, Lewis Coatney.
Oh
They were
yeah,
on
Lewis.
tour.
Yeah, they were on tour together.
They're
Okay,
on tour.
they're on tour.
Dude,
I didn't know.
Let me tell you. Let me back this up a
He
second.
took that $3,600 game on the road.
Yeah,
baby.
Dude,
boy.
let me tell you something.
Woo,
You want to save $3,600?
Yeah.
TJ probably didn't even realize he was doing this. You listen to his podcast, his video that he did this morning. I listened to it at 7 a.m. when I was working. You listen to that short video that TJ did, okay? And I didn't watch it. I had it in my pocket with my headphones on, working. You will get $3,600 worth of good business advice for free.
Yeah.
Because some of the shit that you said, I was like, dude,
I know what you're saying.
motherfucker, lines right up.
Yeah,
lines right up.
Yeah, and that was really it too. I mean, I feel like that's, if you can have all the SEO you want in the world, you can fucking have the best equipment, the best marketing, but if you ain't got the want or the need to get out of bed, be self-motivated every morning to get out of bed and show up and do your job the way you do it every morning, you fucking, who cares? It's not going to matter. You know what I mean? I feel like, and what I was saying was, because I see that, I don't know if you guys are aware that trade school consulting guy, I posted a picture of the deal in the podcast page here, and I'm not disparaging the guy. He seems like a good enough guy. But maybe I read the question wrong, but I felt like if that's the way the question was read, you should have elaborated more on the point you were trying to make. My point is this. He kind of said, what should you spend your money on? What should you invest in first, equipment or marketing? And I feel like, how do you market a job? Now, this is the way I read it, is that how do you market a job that you're not equipped to do? You know what I'm saying? And I mean,
no sense.
you should have, and that's the way the question read to me. And he's like, no, I mean, like, as you go on. I was like, well, then that's what you should have fucking said. If you're trade school consulting, you should be a little more clear what you're saying. I'm looking at the question for face value. You know what I mean? And you gotta, the equipment is important, and if, not only is the equipment important, you can't say, hey, this is TJ's fucking stick framing, and I'll build you a house. I ain't got a hammer though. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But if I took it exactly like you did, but if you back it up and look at it like this, he's probably talking about big purchases such as RODI systems or water-fed poles or pressure cleaners or whatever it is. Now, that plays back into these guys' marketing that you need to have this $3,700 hydrocart. Not particular hydrocart. This water, you know what I'm saying? You got to have this $3,500 system and this $2,500 pole and 700 feet of hose to even walk out and hand out a business card.
Right.
None of that is true.
No.
Look, I washed windows for 10 years in my own business before I made any kind of purchase into equipment that cost more than a couple $100.
Right.
And I made a fine living.
Yeah.
And commercially, here's the advice I'll give you. You want to pick up work commercially, you got to be visible. You don't go out and wash your route at 5 o'clock in the morning. You start at 9. Here's a perfect example. I picked up a small job, 3 windows on the door today in a center that this guy's been in business. Yeah, no, this guy's been in business for over 10 years. I picked up some work in the shopping center, and I have jobs on each side of him. He's a baker, right? All he makes is bread. The whole center smells like you get hungry when you.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, real Italian bakery, right? His windows are filthy. He don't care. He's not relying on walking traffic because 90% of his sales go into a van and gets delivered to the local restaurants, right?
Yeah.
So he could give a shit what his windows look like. So here's what I do. I'm there twice a month. Last month, as I walk by, and you could see the guy's he puts all his shit in the window. It's a sales pitch. As I walk by to clean the restaurant to the left of him and the art gallery to the right of him, I just wave to him. I'm there at 8 o'clock in the morning. No one else there. I wave. He smiles and waves back. This month, or the next time I go there, the first cleaning of the next month, I walk in there. I say, I'm going to get this. I'm going to go buy a loaf of Italian bread for my family. We'll figure out something to put on because I could tell this motherfucker might not make it past noon because I'm going to be picking at that shit.
Yeah, right.
So I walk in. Okay. and I buy a loaf of bread for a couple bucks, right? As I'm walking out, I hand them a card. I say, hey, man, I'm here twice a month. If you'd like a quote on window cleaning, I'd be happy to give you a price. Because I bought from him a $7 piece of bread, I sold a $20 job twice a month. Okay? Does he need me? No. But now I made
There's a rapport. There's a rapport
Exactly.
there.
So the point is, you don't need fancy marketing. You don't need SEO right off the bat. You don't need websites. You don't need all that shit. You need to be visible and go talk to people. You know what? And if the guy didn't hire me, guess what? 2 weeks later, if I liked his bread, I go buy another loaf.
Right,
I
of
will
course.
wear him down.
Right, of course.
You understand?
Kevin Hargis said, the successful people do what needs to be done no matter how they feel. And I feel like that kind of encapsulates what I was trying to say in that video. You just got to do what you need to do. You know what I mean? If you got to, you know what I mean? Like, I had a kidney stone, full on, jacked the fuck up, bent over. I chewed on some pain pills, did a couple bong hits, went out and fucking did what I had to do and got it done. I had to, I had to do what I had to do. You know what I mean? There's, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And no matter if you feel like shit, and the only way to go up is to show up. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to get up in life, you got to show up. You got to show up, man. And like you said, visibility is key. You know what I mean? That's how I get a lot of the jobs too. Like somebody, you know how many customers I've gotten residential just from somebody walking into a storefront that I'm doing. Like, oh, do you do house windows? And I'm like, yeah. Can I have a card? Boom. I've got 50% of my customer list is from situations like that. My residential customers, that's from just that.
See, here's the way to. Go ahead, Tim.
That's why you make sense in what your interpretation of that is. Because if you've already got to the point that you're going to do SEO, you don't need it. You need the equipment first. Because you don't need SEO at the end. Because if you're getting to that point, word of mouth's going to take care of you.
Word of mouth. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have some website visibility.
But you need SEO if you're going to run 2-3 crews.
Yes,
that's what you need.
Yes. Like if you're in like Seth Meyers, for instance, he runs one of those deals where he's got multiple crews out smashing residentials out. You need that. You know what I mean? You need that. You need volume. You need that.
Take everything they throw your way. But
so
let me get.
Go ahead, Mark.
I want to latch one thing onto what you said, T. In my experience, and I'm not a residential guy, when I have someone ask me about a house, okay, I give it to my employees. They make the extra money. But what I do is this. In my opinion, it seems to me that it's an impulse thing. They see you washing windows. They see the art of what you're doing, and they say, I'd like to get this guy to do my house. Yeah. And maybe they had their windows cleaned 10 years ago. Maybe they do it themselves. Maybe it just needs to be done. Okay, but it's an impulse thing because they see what you're doing. So that said, generally you could give them a card, and 50 to 75% of the time, by the time they get home, they've pretty much forgotten about you, or they're not going to call you. So what you do is you say, here's my card. I'm local. You obviously live around here. How about this? In a couple hours when I'm done with this, I'd be happy to come by and give you a free estimate just so you could see if it's something you'd entertain. Now you're going to get them because you're putting an attempt. You're putting something into it. And you know what? He might not hire you anyway, but you probably got 50% more chance to lock him.
Right. Yeah.
It's
this podcast is, kind of, we're a little left to center, but you're going to get decent advice here. You're going to get decent advice. I'm not saying that, the trade school consultant guy doesn't know what he's talking about. All I'm saying is I feel like that is a broad question for a very specific, you need to be, that's so multifaceted. There's so many parts to that question that you need to be specific. If you're consulting or anything like that, you need to be very specific in your approach, because not everyone's business is the same. Not everyone's market is the same. Not everyone's financial situation is the same.
And not
everything is
goals.
Different.
I met with a guy that had, I'm sorry, Tim, I'm going to step on you one more time and then you can go. I've met with a guy that has 40 employees, came down and spent some time with me. Okay. Right. And all I heard was how he did certain things and how he got to where he is. And the guy's been in business less time than me, and I don't have even close to 40 employees.
Right.
But it wasn't until it wore me down to where I finally said, look, you're a nice guy, but I don't want that. if I wanted that, I would appreciate your pointing me in that direction. Or if I wanted that, I probably could have achieved it as well.
Right,
Whether
right.
it took me longer or less, shorter or more time. I honestly don't want that aggravation of that kind of business. That's me. And I think most window cleaners around me that got to a level into the seven-figure market where they're 10, 15 vans and 10, 15 employees and office staff and marketing and everything else. Most of those guys have downsized back to a crew of 5 or 6 because it's manageable. Okay?
Yeah.
And you might get butthurt when I say this. Window cleaning does not pay enough, in my opinion, to support that kind of business for long term. Go ahead, Tim. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, man, that there's no reason to even. I mean, half the companies you don't even know about don't have websites. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I used to build routes doing this shit before there was even internet.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, there's a guy I was talking to, just to more further your point, Tim. I was talking to a guy that's a manager at one of the restaurants I do this morning. He was just having a bad morning and needed someone to talk to. So I was talking to him. We were shooting a shit while he was out doing one of the restaurant employees' jobs that didn't show up. So he's out scrubbing the concrete and blowing out, doing the fucking what he needs to get done so he doesn't get a bad grade on his restaurant. And he told me, the guy that used to do this before sold his company to this younger kid. And I was like, man, whoever that kid was, he fucking was terrible. He scratched the shit out of these windows. And this old dude had been doing these restaurants for years. And I never knew, you know what I mean? I never even seen the dude. I always wondered, like, who the hell is this guy? I don't ever see him.
Right.
That dude, I've never heard of him. He doesn't have a website. He didn't, a business card. He come in with his own little book of fucking, like Marc Tanners' dad, own little book with do window cleaning on the top.
Yep.
Gives him a fucking invoice. He's got a carbon copy. They either pay there or send him the check.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
My dad, you know how my dad taught us how to do routes with 3x5 index cards. He'd take a hole puncher and the corners would be punched out, and then he'd take a key ring and put it through it, and he would sit there and write the job, A&J dry cleaning 2 times a month, and then he would have a C or a M. C stood for cash, which means if it's a twice a month, you do it on the second week and the fourth week, so you can collect it on the fourth week. And M meant it gets mailed out a bill, so you do those on 1 and 3 if it's a twice a month, right? And he would give you business an index. You'd get a stack of cards with a ring on the end, and I would sit on the passenger seat, and I would go into a mall, and I go, okay, this one is all in this mall, and then I'd flip it to the back. All of a sudden, you're sitting there, and you got through all 30 or 40 of them. You're done for the day. Never miss a thing. It was simple. Very, very simple and right to the point.
Well, Seth said, he said there's no one size fits all in this business. That said, I think you really need to blend the old school with the new school, which I agree with.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Seth, I need to open I could have a lot more if I opened my mind and started doing some advertising. I poo-poo on it, but I know that I'm looking at certain guys that don't have near the qualifications of someone who's been in business for 20 years, who doesn't have a staff that really knows how to clean windows well, and I see them doing jobs that I wanted or bid or didn't get or lost, and I say, how did he get it? That's how he got it, because he kept getting in their face. With some form of marketing. There's no doubt.
If Sky's the Limit Window Cleaning just had an Instagram account and a Facebook page linked together, like a Facebook business page linked together, and a website they could go to that was linked to all 3 of those, your visibility would rise pretty quickly.
Exactly.
Because no matter what anyone likes to think or wants to say about this, everyone is always on Facebook looking at something. And if you want to have, and that's just the truth of it. The phone is, your phone is in your hand all the time, and if you don't have an easy way,
Facebook's so hard now.
I don't, I don't.
Much.
They have changed a lot, but
them graphics are harder. I'm not getting.
I've never done a lot of that. Pay them for advertisement shit.
That's what everything's going to.
Well, yes, but I really feel like the way I've been doing things with the Instagram, linking them, geotagging them, and Facebook, it's done. It's all done. It's paid off dividends, and I haven't put any money into it. Occasionally, I'll maybe run 3 ads a year in the spring. in the summer and in the winter. I'll run an ad on Facebook, you know what I mean? And I'll grab two or three customers here or there, whatever, doing that. But for the most part, I mean, my website and everything, I just feel like there are certain things that you could do as a window cleaner, or a pressure washer for that matter, that you could do yourself very easily on the phone that you're always on. You've always got this in your hand.
Right.
Or in your pocket or within arm's reach of you. You have a device that you can intermittently through your day step your presence up on social media, and that in turn will step up your search engine results if you do it properly. I watched a free seminar back in, I want to say 2014 or 2015, a guy did on YouTube about just that, geotagging and stuff like that with Instagram and Twitter to build your business search engine results.
Right.
Like if you got your website in there with the proper geotagging and the proper hashtagging, it will automatically kind of pull organically. You'll pull yourself out of that fucking internet muck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was all happy-go-lucky when I first started out. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to have crews, and I wanted to do it. And then the last couple of years, it's like, I don't want crews. I don't want to manage people. I want to be done doing this. So we've consolidated. We're getting smaller and smaller. Well, then, like my competitor, I started going up in pricing, trying to get up to where I'm going to lose off all the cheap ones, and I'm going to just, you know. Well, I got up to his rate this past spring, so I've been up at his rate for a while. Then I see his coupon in Angie's List. He's dropped $2 a window. Yeah. Drop $2 a window. Like, what are you doing, dude? Right. Why he's down to $5 a window now?
Yes, and that's another trap. I've never fallen. I don't do price per window. I mean, you do things differently than I do. I go to the job, I look at it. This is how much I'm charging you to do this. You either want to do it or you don't. Man. You either do or you don't. Now you sell packages on the internet. You fucking paid before you get there, which is also cool. You know what I mean? But I think people are too focused on shelling out fucking shillings on Facebook to make money. And I really don't feel like all you got to do is be vigilant. When you go to someone's house, you clean their windows, you're done, you hand them the bill, you just ask them very politely, would you mind if I took a few pictures of the property without the address, and you don't, you know what I mean? When you geotag it, you want to geotag their fucking address. You want to geotag the area that you're in. Say you're in, West Palm Beach, Florida, and you want to tag that, you know what I mean? And then hashtag window cleaning, hashtag window cleaner, hashtag gutter cleaning, whatever, www.thesqueegeelife.com, boom. On Instagram, click share to Facebook. The post goes straight to your Facebook page. You have your family and your friends and their friends like your page. You know what I mean? Build yourself an audience. Do not go to Facebook and ask guys that you've do not do that, because it's not helping you.
Dude, let me
That's
tell you,
not helping you.
I want to say one thing.
You need the demographic, you need people around you to like that. You don't want people from fucking Florida or New England or England, for that matter, liking your Facebook page. That's going to throw your demographic all the fuck off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just going to say a personal thing here.
It's fucking
tacky. If you send me a friend request and we have 20, 30, 40, 75, 125 friends in common, I always go to see who they are. And usually, for some reason, TJ, it's people that have latched, or your friends, to you. I accept you right off the bat. I'm not going to throw your page. You're a window cleaner. Outlaw shirt. Okay. So,
Richie said you still ain't sent him an outlaw shirt, Tim.
Yeah, I did.
If that's true, that's the best thing I've ever heard in my whole life.
Dude, I might have been. I could have swore I sent you an outlaw shirt,
Missouri,
Richie.
The best way I've found to acquire work is by having my secretary put on her Daisy Dukes and go hang door hangers. I land work every time I send her out. I'm not sending Jennifer out in Daisy Dukes. Fuck that.
No, my wife's not going to go stand on the streets for my business. But as I was saying, real quick, I just want to finish this. If we have 100 friends in common, I'm going to take your friend request because you're either a window cleaner or something, I even take sometimes carpet cleaners that latch on. But if we're friends for like 24 hours, please don't ask me to like your page immediately because I'm not going to.
I'm not going to like your page, and most likely I'm deleting your ass.
Yeah.
Straight off, I'm deleting you instantly. You're going the way of the dodo. You're gone.
Yeah.
I'm fucking done with you. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
So, I'm done.
All the marketing talk that we just had, primarily, and it's not 100%, goes geared towards residential window cleaning. Okay. If you're a commercial guy, whether you're doing storefronts or office buildings or anything, what I used to do when I was building my company is I'd go out in my T-shirt. I'd keep a collared Sky's the Limit shirt on the passenger seat. I'd go out. I'd wash my route. I'd have some lunch. I'd change my shirt, and I would go start canvassing the area. Okay. I would go into every shopping center that I was already at for 2 or 3 accounts and go to find a dirty account. Okay. Making notes. Okay.
You went in. Be right back.
I have quote sheets that are 2-part quote sheets. So I walk into your pizza place, right? TJ's Pizza, and I give you a price, $50 for twice a month. I give you a copy. Here's something for you to look at. I'd like to clean your windows. TJ says, right now it's kind of slow, but touch back with me later. You walk back in. 3 months later, you got that piece of paper. You remember you quoted him this price. You go in and quote him again. You'll get the job.
Right.
You get the job. You don't need. Look, by the time a window cleaner commercial, a storefront commercially, or goes to the internet to find a window cleaner, 5 guys have already been in there.
This is what I've done, and I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing, but I have gone to areas where I want to do some work, jot down addresses and business names, and I have sent out postcards with a with a bid on the front already. So I figure what I'm going to do is I'm going to send those out now. And then I'm probably going to wait till like around February, and then I'm going to go back out in person and hand them another card and just let them know that I'm serious.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I really want your fucking money.
Dude, I told you my dad had a simple thing he used to make on a printer. Okay? He'd put 4 of them on a 9.5 by 11, however big a piece of paper is. He'd sit there with scissors and he'd cut them out. They weren't on cardstock. They were just prints, and it would say window cleaning quote. It'd have his phone number, and they would say twice a month, weekly, and he would just write the price on there. He'd stick them indoors. He'd go out and put 10 of them on a Monday. Okay, half the time he wouldn't get a phone call, or people would take them in. And he goes, Mark, 3 months later, the guy calls me. I don't even remember what price I put on there. But the point is, the guy held on to it. But he would always leave it vague, meaning the guys are going to call. Hey, you put this in my door. It says $25 a month. What exactly is included for the 25? And like my dad said, once I'm on the phone with him, it's sold. It's done. I'm going to clean his windows and take his money.
Right.
You got to get in front of people.
Yep. Mark, do you need any free help with glass restoration? No, he's already got it. Fuck off, Jason.
It's the end of the year, Jason. I'm going to be happy to get all my buildings in my end of the year tight. Okay? And
so,
then
Kevin.
That, honestly, in reading, let me back. I would love to find, maybe after the first of the year, if there's a quiet time, I would like to go up to Henry, because he's not that far, and spend a few days with him. And show him some of the things that I do that might help him build his business. I mean, I know he's primarily commercial, I think.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to go spend some time with him. Not that I know more than him, but he seems to struggle here and there to get accounts.
Yeah.
If he wants me to go bid residential, I'm not showing up. I'll be honest with you.
Right.
It's not for me. But I would ride with him and take him into some malls, show him how I sell a job, and see if I can help him out. And
like that Kevin said earlier, if I think it was Kevin, if you're having trouble closing jobs or getting commercial work, it's real easy to go give someone a demo. It's really easy. You just go out and say, hey, do you mind if I clean one of your windows here, give you a free demo? My name is, my name's Henry from Henry's Window Cleaning. I'm going to give you a free demo. Are you cool with that? 90% of the time, they're going to be like, yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, fuck, I've done.
Scaring the people out the back door. Fine.
I've done I've done whole storefronts. I mean, if it takes me like 5-10 minutes to do it, I fucking just knock it out real quick,
Dude.
leave my card. And I've gotten a few jobs that way. Some people are like, thanks for the free window cleaning, you fucking nerd.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I
who
mean?
cares?
But what
You know what?
this is
You're
what I
already
do.
there.
I always leave the inside of the door dirty on purpose. When I do a free outside, I do the I'll leave the inside of the door dirty on purpose.
Yeah, I'm going to answer Seth's question in a minute, but I wanted to follow on something you just said that reminded me.
I used to no, Seth, I want to answer this before it gets rolled up. Seth, we used to do home shows. We used to have a whole booth set up, and you know what I mean. Where with the the trellis and the fucking stands and the fucking sticky things showing like you working on the glass like a boss. Fuck that shit. It's a waste of money. That's just my personal opinion. All I did was give away free shit to people. That's all I did at that fucking thing.
Not only that, but it goes back to what I said. If you're going to meet people and they're going to take your business card, you got to get them to sign a guest book or something, because if you don't follow up with them, that impulse of I'm going to get my windows cleaned is gone.
Right.
I got an impulse. The thumbs down guy's a dick.
The what?
That was a
One
squeaker.
thumbs down.
One thumbs down really bothered Tim there. It bothered Tim more than
bothered
me.
me.
Well, we got 23 people watching and only 12 fucking people like
know.
the video, man. That's more frustrating than one thumbs down. We're not for everybody. They watch every show, but we're not for everybody. Pro Wash Missouri, demo sell, and that's the truth.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, there's a window cleaning company that's been around for 25 years, and it was a father, son, two sons, and a father. The father's pretty much in his 70s, so he just does a couple days' work. One son, one brother moved to the Carolinas, and he's washing windows up there, and the other one I stay in contact with. The one that moved to Carolina was a very aggressive salesman, and what he used to do is he had business cards made up with his name and number, but it said on the top of them, because I used to pull them out of doors all the time because I throw them on the floor.
Right.
And it would say, it would say, your windows have been cleaned by Royal Window Cleaning. Enjoy the complimentary window cleaning. To continue the service, please call. And he put a price on there. So even if you only get 1 out of 10 and you're growing a business, that's not so bad.
No.
And guess what? Like you said,
practice.
well, not only that,
And it's like Kevin Hargis keeps saying, it's free exposure.
yeah.
Right.
it's
If you
free
got,
exposure.
especially if you got yourself a T-shirt that says "fucking Billy Bob's Window Cleaning" on the back of it with your phone number, you're getting calls, son.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've actually decided that I'm taking my phone number off my shirts because I get too many calls. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually going to add my website.
I can tell you this:
folks,
I've never had anybody ever call me, ever,
it's texting
in
now.
20 years that says I got your number off your shirt or off of your lift, because that's the only where the numbers are. I've never had that. Never.
Oh, bro, I got people stopping and taking pictures of my truck all the time just to.
So that's
keep
because
the
you're
phone
sexy.
That's because you're
number.
super fucking
I'm out.
sexy.
Have you seen that truck? I'm out
Listen,
cleaning
bro.
windows. Sit there and see
The truck's a hunk of shit, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's a Ford, it's reliable, and we're talking about you being sexy, not the truck.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That Tesla truck would sell some work. No, it wouldn't.
No, it
It'd get
wouldn't.
you laughed at.
Where you
get you
gonna-
laughed
where you
at.
gonna put
Only
that?
fucking dipshits from wherever the fuck Carl Robinson's from think that truck's cool.
Man, I seen this Ford F-150 custom up at the Coghlan dealership up here, dude. They had it retro 70 paint colored, the scheme where it was
Oh,
white
yeah, they put
Oh, yeah.
with the red. It's
probably slick, right?
Sexy.
My truck,
sexy.
I used to have a nice truck, but mine's custom now too. I got a custom
Oh, you got a
dent.
nice truck.
I got
bro.
a custom dent in my door and a busted fucking side mirror. But I just stuck it back on. It's cracked and spiderweb, but you can still see headlights in the.
It's a
Fuck
work
it.
truck.
I can't. I have
get-
a hard time
I
spending
get you a
$1,000.
picture.
I mean, I know. Listen, this is what bothers me. I pay all this money for insurance every month. I have $1,000 repair on my fucking truck. I have to pay a $500 deductible.
Yep.
Nope.
You know, I'm like, dude, come on, man. So I just fucking listen, take the money out of the check and just give me the whatever's left over.
Right.
Well, see, there used to be a time when you go to the body shop and the body shop could work it out with the insurance where you didn't, they'd
Right.
bury that deductible.
Mm-hmm.
But now the insurance companies dictate how much they're paying for the repair.
Right.
So your truck goes to Ford,
Yeah.
and Ford calls your insurance company. They send out an adjuster, and the adjuster says, okay, we're going to put a door skin on this door.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to replace that mirror, and you're going to
Insurance
get
sucks.
3.5 hours for the body work,
Uh-huh.
and you're going to get another 2 hours to paint it. So here's your $500, and now TJ has to pay the other $500.
I'm pretty resolute in the fact that if I have to, I'm just gonna find another door for the truck, put it on there, switch the innards and the fucking door panel out on it, and fucking just have the truck wrapped. Even if the door is fucking red, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna wrap the truck. Just put a fucking wrap on the truck and be done with it, or I'm just gonna leave it and just not care and just buy another one.
Okay.
So I keep telling. That's what I keep telling
around.
Jen. I was like, I'm just gonna buy. Fuck it. I'm just gonna buy a new one.
Right.
So
Fuck yeah.
I need that write off. I need to be paying. I'm just gonna buy used trucks, and when I'm done fucking putting money into them, I'll fucking sell it or keep it and hot rod it. I might put a Coyote engine in my F-150, make it four-wheel drive, do four-wheel drive burnouts. That shit would be dope, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Does anybody have any questions, man? Does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Man, I tell you what, I listened to this here. I'm going to tell you guys. You guys that watch this podcast know that I'm fucking into the esoteric agenda and all that shit. But, all the fucking UFOs and fucking all that fucking shit like that. But if you get a chance, go and listen to, and it's not comedy, it's not going to be funny. Mark's like, I don't like Joe Rogan because he doesn't have Joey all the time, and I can't laugh all day. But if you want to hear, I love Joe Rogan too. Joey I love Joey. Yeah, I love Joey. He's like the grandpa you always wanted. You know what I mean?
It's like I said to you, when Joe Rogan sings while the music's going on, it's annoying.
And you mean?
But all Joey Diaz has to go is what is
cocksuckers.
Yeah, no. Oh shit.
Oh shit, cocksuckers. Shit, kick that mule, Lee.
What's that videos that they're on where they're storytelling? All the comics are storytelling. They get up on stage and they tell a story. That's the funniest fucking shit I've ever seen. That dude can tell a story, man.
But if you go to the Joe Rogan podcast, some of you guys have probably already listened to this. I don't know if Mark has or not, but you guys need to listen to this fucking podcast. It's fucking like riveting. But it's number let me see, 1361. It's Commander David Fravor and Jeremy Corbell.
That's the one where they chase the UFOs.
Yeah.
I listened to that. It's a badass podcast.
Man, dude, you guys got to listen to that podcast, huh?
What is that? What do you think it?
Dude, it's a fucking UFO, my man.
No, it's real, dude.
It's real, bro.
First of all, those guys have the credibility to believe in.
Sure. And it's on video. I mean,
man, it's really hard to see. Dude, that's really hard to say what it is, Tim. It really, man.
So fast.
Yeah, dude, it's so fast. The fucking military is like fucking, there's a legitimate Air Force pilot. Like he's legit. He's not some fucking bum ass dude. You know what I mean? He's a legit motherfucker in the Air Force. And fucking he's like trying to, dude, that shit's crazy, man. The Matrix is falling apart, bro.
What's going on,
falls back to, and what's weird about
too much shit.
Yeah, but what's weird about this is like the way he describes that it flies is also the same exact way that Bob Lazar said that the aircrafts that he saw at Area 51 fucking flew.
Yep.
That's what's fucking crazy, bro.
Yep.
That's what's fucking crazy, bro.
Yep.
That's what's crazy, bro. Like this, hey, everyone thought Bob Lazar was a fucking cuckoo bird, and then this Air Force dude's like, yo, they fly like this. And then they show it on video that they fly like that, and everybody.
Yeah.
And then, Joe Rogan is the one that fucking, like, pointed it out, or this other dude. They pointed out in the podcast that they line up. His stories from way back in the fucking 80s line up with what this Army dude's telling everybody just happened not too long ago. Or an Air Force guy. That shit's crazy.
We know so little about space, dude. Like, we don't... I mean, even the moon thing, I mean, they get... I don't even know.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think we live
can't
in
even tell. We can't even tell.
Matrix,
we can't even look at our own spacecraft up in space and tell that there's a hole in the left wing when they come down and they get destroyed.
Right.
And we're landing shit. We have to take... What, a 13,000 mile fucking lead in to land on an airstrip to land our aircraft.
Right.
I mean, how do we really know anything about space?
We don't.
You know what I mean?
We don't.
We can't even get through space.
Well, this is an analogy I think I might have heard on the what up, Luke? Luke, the window cleaner's watching.
What's up, Luke?
And this is it may have been on Rogan's podcast. I'm not sure, but the analogy makes sense to me. Do you think that when an ant sees a human being looking at it with a magnifying glass, or it get brushed away with a brush, do you think they're consciously aware of us as humans? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you actually I mean, what the fuck what are we to an ant? So what,
Right.
like, say if there is a higher intelligence, at least one that can travel either interdimensionally or fucking the speed of light to get here, whatever the fuck the case may be, they're evolved to a level where we're like fucking like
Ants.
ant farm.
We're like
you know what
ants.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
an ant farm. You know what I mean? It's fucking wild. I don't know if it's true or it's not true, but I can tell you this. It's fucking weird as fuck, bro. That shit's some weird ass shit. The fact that them shits is flying like Bob Lazar said they were flying, like the army, like this is like legitimate video from the Pentagon shows them shits flying
Right.
like dude said them shits flying. The description, everything matches. That shit's crazy, man. Gave me chills. I was like,
you
man,
ever,
bro.
you remember that crazy guy that used to be on Howard called Riley Martin? Remember Riley Martin? You could look him up. Riley Martin claimed to be abducted, claimed to have extraterrestrial information put in his head, but he in the 80s, he was interviewed on TV saying that there's a craft that hangs out in the rings of Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's their base, and it hides within the rings of Saturn. And don't you know, 20 years later, what's that orbiter that went around Saturn? I forget the name of it, but
Voyager.
Voyager, or one of them,
Yeah.
you can go online and see it. There is a metallic sphere in the rings that they have no idea what it is.
Right.
It looks to be built, not something that comes from space.
What?
But yeah, look it up.
Well, have you ever seen that clip of Buzz Aldrin talking about there being a monolith on Phobos, that fucking moon, that sub-moon, that fucking with its orbit is degrading, so it's falling in towards, it's either Mars or Venus. It might be Mars or Venus, one of the two, one of the closer planets. But one of the moons of those is got a monolith on there's a monolith on Phobos.
Yep.
That's that's a NASA guy, like an astronaut saying that shit.
Right.
Man. Again, I don't know. What do Christmas ornaments and Jeffrey Epstein have in common? They don't fucking hang themselves. That's what. That's what.
Bro, I spent all day today. I was folding laundry and shit, cleaning house because I didn't do shit today. And then only thing I had to do today was this podcast and not be late. But like I'm sitting there doing shit and I'm listening to the Fox News all day and I'm listening to this impeachment hearing. And then, I mean, these senators are going back and forth, back and forth. The only thing I could take away from this whole impeachment hearing is why in the fuck are we giving Ukraine $391 million? That's it. Why are we giving Ukraine $391 million?
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Politics is too.
But why is we as a country, why as taxpayers are we giving other countries money?
Because we
like
got
that?
disposable
That's what I don't
income.
get.
Have you
I'm
ever?
obviously
Do you pay taxes every year on your business?
every fucking
Then
year?
you know where that money's coming from, motherfucker.
Right, right. But why are we paying?
Because
that
it's
shit?
our
That's what I
right.
want
It's
to
our
know.
duty as Americans to take care of the
It's
world,
not-
bro.
Take care of the world.
Right. That's what.
They
That's
got the. They're worried about Russia.
that's
They got
culture now.
They got like the 11th biggest economy in
Right,
the world.
they
right?
do. But what I'm
Right.
saying is it doesn't matter. That's
But-
the thoughts and feelings of the millennials and the leftist government now is that we need to fucking hand our money over to the less fortunate. It doesn't matter how hard you work.
We give
know what I
UK
mean?
money. We
You know what I
give
mean?
France money. They've got like some of the bigger economies.
Right.
EU's trying to be one big country.
Right.
They're like,
They're trying to be
if
the
they just
United
combine
States.
their powers,
They're trying to be the United
if they
States
combine
of
their
Europe.
powers,
Yeah.
right? Their economy would be 4 trillion less than ours. That's it.
Right, yeah.
4 trillion.
Right.
But they don't. But we're
This
taking
is the
care
land of
Ukraine.
consumerism, man. This is,
Yeah.
that's why everybody
Just
wants to
kills me.
sell their goods here. That's why these countries that import products here, no matter what it is, they make a huge profit selling stuff to Americans
Right.
And
Russia-
that's why they're
Russia's
all
not
tripping
very
out.
good.
That's why they're all tripping out on Trump. Like, yo, you can't be hitting us with that kind of cash, bro.
Russia's not our enemy because Russia is not even in our realm. Their
Yeah.
economy is like nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're not. They don't have any money. What are they gonna do to us? I mean, send up the old nukes. They're not gonna do that shit.
Right.
It's all a game, man.
It's
we take the
true.
money.
It's been true for millions of years already. Before our solar system even developed, there was already spacefaring races. Okay, Star Trek. Fuck me.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my. Richie Blue. Oh my. Fucking nerd. I can't believe I let a Trekkie in my house and had a Trekkie at my birthday party. Fuck me.
I could see Richard wearing one of them tinfoil suits.
You
An old flip phone
without a doubt,
transponder.
there's somewhere a picture of Richie Blue in a fucking Star Trek uniform, or he's got a picture of him sitting in Captain Kirk's chair. You know it for a fucking fact. You know it. You know it. My cousin Mike, the guy that owns Universal Equipment, him and his wife got a picture of them on the bridge of the Star Trek Enterprise, and she's sitting.
Yep.
Guess who? My cousin Mike's wife is the one that's sitting in the captain's chair. Mike's standing next to her. Dude, it's I keep begging my cousin's son Brandon to steal the picture from me so we can make T-shirts. I want to get him so bad, but it hasn't happened yet. As soon as I get that picture, I'm making T-shirts, and we're all gonna have them wearing Thanksgiving or something.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Give
be
them out
fucking
to
beautiful.
family events.
I'm not gonna say nothing to nobody. I'm just we're all gonna show up wearing that T-shirt, just a roast Mike, because Mike he sends out them daggers, boy. He's nasty, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll cut you down, man. He cut you death of the like tongue lashings, like man, he just cut so deep. I mean, that's why I'm a roaster. I'm a shit talker. You know that in private, I'm always busting balls. I'm just a ball buster, and he is like the master of ball busting.
Next level. Yeah,
he's really good. It really pisses me off, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know, man. Does anyone have any questions or anything? I don't think so. I mean, you guys know this podcast. We're not here to fucking tell you how to run your business. You want some advice?
We already talked enough window cleaning,
We talked enough window cleaning anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still say that if you haven't listened to that podcast, you need to go listen to it because it's pretty cool fucking shit. They'll tell you the YouTube video to go watch. I mean, but it's not a YouTube conspiracy video type shit. This is a fucking Pentagon released video from a fucking actual fighter jet that the government fucking paid for. They're spending money to chase this fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Of course they are. You know what? I'm gonna say. You know what? What stuck in my mind with the Bob Lazar interview, okay, was one, and it was on Joe Rogan. So that's another one. If you listen to Joe Rogan, listen to the Bob Lazar. I actually listened to it twice, but through that interview of close to 2 hours, what sticks in my head was when Bob Lazar, when Joe Rogan started talking about aliens, Bob Lazar backs out of it and basically says, I don't give a shit about aliens. I'm interested in how that machine works. Mm-hmm. That tells you everything
you need to know.
Because everybody else was like, okay, what was on board, and let's talk about these beings. Bob Lazar, the engineer, wants to know how to make that power source work. That says it all right.
Richie is such a fucking jerk off. When I was 14 years old, I predicted that everyone will have a pocket communicator like Kirk. This was pre-cell phone, so just saying. He's such a fucking nerd, man. I'm super happy for Richie Maker Blue products, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm super happy for the Maker. It looks like people are really digging the potential of his handy sleeve and his Trident belt. I can tell you right now, if any of you guys, I mean, tool belt may seem like whatever, you know what I mean, to hold your window cleaning Boab, whatever one it is on your waist. That Trident belt's pretty dope.
Yeah, it is. It's good. It's a great belt.
It's a nice belt. It's super high quality, and the latch it's perfect. It's what a window cleaner needs if you're fat, or if
Absolutely.
you're skinny. It's a skinny.
matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
if you
if you're
bend
gonna
over,
carry
if you,
multiple pieces of equipment.
if you're carrying multiple pieces of
You know,
equipment,
I wouldn't be surprised if that belt's not strong enough with the 3-latch system to actually put the attachment for building on a belt, right?
Oh yeah,
Remember
you
when
can probably get building on
you
a
bring the
belt.
building with you, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
You make it more convenient. You know,
Yeah,
truck on a belt.
Yeah.
My legit problem is with my belt. I use the $5 cheap ones from Lowe's, or whatever, just as knockoff
yeah.
black belts.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Well,
let me say one more thing because
every time,
sorry, Tim.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying every time I bend over, because I'm skinny. I have to put my fucking belt up above my regular belt. Every time I bend over, I unlatch the damn thing.
You're not gonna do that with this one.
So I have to catch it.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah,
gonna
but
do that
on a
with this
serious note, I want to thank everybody listening to the podcast, everybody from Squeegee Life podcast page, Outlaw Window Cleaner page, that purchased the Thanksgiving brush.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit sold out in about 4 minutes. 4 minutes gone. And everybody raved.
Yeah.
The turkey wasn't dry.
Yeah.
The gravy
was moist.
You never got gravy on the glass.
Yeah, it was moist.
Stayed within the bristles.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It was
and
wonderful.
the cranberry sauce.
Top notch, top fucking
level.
notch. In all seriousness, though, that anyone that's fucking actually, the guys that are seriously listening to this, a sincere thank you to all of you for watching that podcast and supporting Richie and Casper and Maker Products. We appreciate that. We really do. I know they appreciate it, and you can't go wrong with that tool belt. Fat or skinny, you bend over, it's not gonna unlatch. It's pretty fucking gangster. It's a nice belt. Very nice belt. And the belt material itself, as soon as you feel the belt material, you're going to be like, oh, this is something different. As soon as you unlatch that clamp one time, you're like, oh, this is different. You're going to be able to tell instantly that it's different. It's nice. It's nice. What I'm looking forward to is getting the pole holder from Cheap It so I can turn myself. I want a human kickstander. The only belt that's strong enough to make you a human kickstand to put your pole on your belt is the Trident belt from Maker Products.
I've been washing windows for over 30 years now, and I'm like, how could someone not be innovative enough to want to carry multiple poles or brushes on you? I don't understand this.
Yeah. I mean, I just, the amount of thought that goes into a holster for your brush on your belt for water-fed pole work is probably some of the most innovative shit I've ever seen.
You know what? I have to say
that you could hold it on too.
Yeah.
That way you could fit a few more on.
For a few more, you need a
If
brush
you think
vest.
about it, dude. This is as if Apple started making window cleaning gear.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
Yes.
Actually,
I kind of want to compare it to Dyson. I really feel like it's the Dyson of window cleaning. I mean, the amount of thought that goes into an attachment for your belt to hold a 4-foot pole, just because who wants to hold stuff? Who wants to hold things?
Right.
Exactly.
You don't want to carry that.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean,
that way you can talk with your hands.
That way you can,
You know what I'm saying?
That way you can do a lot of this and this to sell things on the internet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when you do this, it really feels like you're a fucking asshole and you're trying to divert my attention from your fucking junk product you're always making. No, that's not what I meant to say. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, you know what else I like? I like the fact that something came out and then it turned red, and then a whole new line less than 2 years later comes out. And you know what that says to all those people who bought the first one and the red one? Mm-hmm. Fuck you. Mm-hmm. You bought the cordless Dyson vacuum. Now we have the one that plugs in the wall.
Yeah.
Yep. The one that'll suck the fucking carpet out of the fibers out of the carpet.
Yeah.
Somebody just did remind us that he did start this window cleaning app, so now he's the Facebook of window cleaning.
I see that.
You know what that's about. You know what that's about.
Well, that's what that is.
He's got to get his last few customers away from Facebook, away from social media, and get over to this one thing and keep them right there, so you can keep selling to them over and over and over again.
Well, see unfortunately, this is the thing with Perry Tate's window cleaning app. This is the unfortunate thing about that, and this is twofold, and I'd like to make my point without either one of you fucking chuckleheads saying anything. Okay?
I have a question, but go ahead.
Shut the fuck up.
All right. Maybe you'll answer it in your speech. Go
Maybe
ahead.
I will. But the problem with it, and this is the reason why he's developing this app, and he can say otherwise now, but I've seen screenshots and I've seen him talk about it. He wants a space where no one is critical of anything that he makes. You know, it's all his criticism that he gets, he wants it to be filtered. If it's opened up to folks that are of the nature to look at things objectively and be like, there's a fundamental problem with the way this guy does things, or it's just not performing the way this person is. He doesn't want you to say that. You know what I mean? That's all filtered now. He's taken the fact that he can't really sell things on the internet anymore, and now he's like, good, he wants you. Do you have to pay for that app? Does anyone know? Do you have to?
Yeah,
pay
it's
for
not
it?
free.
Okay.
I've heard it's not free.
So you have an app that you have to pay for to talk about his products, because people on social media outlets such as Facebook and Instagram and YouTube are a little overcritical of some of the things that he does. And that's not, and what he thinks is that it's a grand conspiracy against him. Like, this is there's no way that all of these people can dislike his product. It's just all, paid off. Listen, you as well as anyone else knows, I mean, Mark has Reach It gear that he uses now. But once you got a Simple in your hand, you're like, oh, well.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
There's levels to this shit.
So, without giving him a commercial, okay, basically what he's done is censored this, okay?
Yes.
Taken away free speech. That's
Yes.
the bottom line.
Well, he's in China. That's what you would expect.
Exactly.
He's a fucking
The only way to
communist.
be on
Country,
Facebook
be a
is to have a
communist
bootleg
app.
internet.
Yeah,
he's got
it's a commie fucking window cleaner app is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
the only thing
yeah.
that's
So-
going to be going on in that window cleaning app is fucking a bunch of dudes
Reach It.
stroking each other
So,
off
let-
on Reach
let-
It shit. And
let
Lee
me ask
Burbridge
you-
and Lee Burbridge laying underneath all of these penises, getting all that window cleaning jizz all over his body, because he's just a fucking cum receptacle. But keep going.
Well, they like Lee because Lee could sit on a milk crate and blow him without getting uncomfortable while Perry stands.
we
no, but
fucking
seriously,
jumped the shark. We got to stop that.
Yeah. But
Go ahead.
let me ask you, without giving them a commercial, if you know, what exactly does the app do, and how is that innovative? You know what I'm saying? What does it do? I don't even.
I think the window. I mean, just the gist that I've got is it's kind of like a. What does it say? Do you know he deleted a video of mine about Unger and said had no real value, so I left the Facebook group? No, I did not know that. Masters at Wagtail, Marcus Bay said, do you know he deleted a video of mine about Unger and said it had no real value, so I left the Facebook group? Man,
Really?
that's fucking crazy, man.
That's censorship.
Yeah, I
right
didn't.
there.
There's a lot of comments, Marcus. I'm not reading them. They're just scrolling pretty quick.
Yeah.
But he's pretty much taken the approach to where I don't want any, if you don't have something positive to say about what I'm doing, and you're not fully, he keeps saying, we don't want the guys that aren't early adopters. We don't want the guys that want a product that works right out the box. He says it over and over and over again in his video speeches. And whether you guys pick this up or not, and you want to buy into the shit that he's saying, but that's what he's telling you. Listen, I don't want the guys that want a product that works right away. I want guys to buy things from me that I'm still working on. I want you to keep giving me money to fund my business. I want you to keep, I don't want to sell you a brush that you're going to have for a whole season and not have to fuck with, or multiple
Here's
seasons.
a good analogy now that you say that. Would a customer hire you, TJ, to wash their windows if you were absolutely horrible at it, but pay you anyway, and then you said, just keep paying me because I'm going to get better?
Yeah.
Right?
No.
They would say, no, I'm going to get someone that knows what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
Same analogy as I'm going to go buy a Tucker brush that I plug it in and it sprays water the way it's supposed
And
to.
it scrubs the fucking glass and it doesn't fall
Yeah.
apart. I don't
Yeah.
understand what's so bad, difficult about that, or why it's so much to ask. If you want to be, listen, we were given handy sleeves that were fucking roughly sewn on a fucking sewing machine from a guy's fucking apartment, 2-bedroom apartment in fucking San Diego. And it fucking worked. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it kept working, and it kept working, and it kept working. And you know what he did? He fucking kept asking us, hey, how's this work? How's that work? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think about if I made this for this? Or how much, what do you, da-da-da-da-da. And we went through that whole evolution without him making a fucking dime.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, you know what? I
that.
feel like, and I'm just using Richie as an example. There's plenty of companies that do this. Unger, Tucker, Sorbo, Unger, Ettore, Zero. I mean, there's, well, pretty much everybody except for Perry Tate.
Right.
That do it this way. They vet the product, they make sure it works right, and then they sell you the finished product. They don't sell you half the product and then be like, well,
It's
just,
'cause he's
hey,
not a
listen,
window cleaner,
don't
bro.
be mean to me. Don't be mean to me. Yeah, he's not a fucking window cleaner. That's all
And then
fucking
he has
lie.
all yes men around him.
All
That's
yes
he's got is
men,
yes men.
and it's
Yeah.
half the
See,
size factory he used to have.
right.
You couldn't afford the other one.
We're not privy
Yeah.
to a lot of the information that goes on, as an example, with Tucker, right?
Yes.
Because we don't have that relationship
Right.
to be given something to try
Sean,
or to
I don't
give your opinion about.
Right.
But he fucking nails it on everything he sends
That's
out.
not
Nails
true.
it.
That's not true. That's not
What,
true.
the aluminum rinse bar?
No. I mean, I was sent an alpha scrubber before
Okay,
it was
no,
out. You know
I'm
what I mean?
not.
But what you're
we're
saying,
not-
but what you're saying is that just like Sean released that product, dude, way like in the wintertime. I got it when it was still cold outside. I
Yeah,
went
yeah.
almost the whole season before he was like, all right, I'm going to sell these. I feel like we can make these now.
Yeah.
Everyone likes the concept. Now I'm going to make it. And it's fucking legit. Right out of the
Will not
fucking
have to
box.
change. It
You're
will not have to change.
No. It's just, you know, like I said, if you want to pay for something that's going to evolve over and over and over again, that's fine. That's whatever you want to do. What I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with me saying I don't like that. It's fucking bullshit. There's nothing wrong with me feeling that way about that. There's nothing wrong because he knows just as well as anyone else does. You know, I've made it quite clear before. Him and I went back and forth about his brushes several times. And there was a lot of input given to me from me on his, you know, what, and eventually turned into his window weapon. Him and I had plenty of conversations about that bronze brush. Plenty. And the first thing that happened when they got out of the fucking box, the new corner wrench jets, is it fucking busted instantly. And I texted him about it. And the first thing he said is, we anticipated that there's a repair kit inside the box, which there wasn't. So I jammed the fucking, I took some fucking shit, wrapped some Teflon tape in a big ball with some glue and shoved it in the end.
Hey,
And-
listen, on a different note, remember I put a twig in
You
mine?
put a stick in yours, yeah.
I put a stick. I broke a stick off of a hedge. Now the nice thing is, I have an oak tree growing in the backyard because it took
Unlimited
root
repairs.
to the brush.
Yeah.
I buried the brush and I just put some nice dirt around it and I water it every other day with some fertilizer and I got a beautiful oak tree in the yard. Thank you.
It's just, you know, you know, and again, I know guys are going to be like, man, dude, I don't get it. Listen, I'm overly critical of the dude, and I bring him up because he won't shut the fuck up talking about us. He just won't. He can't let it go.
Plus, I mean, you guys don't want to get ripped off. I
No.
mean, we can't shut up about it. We can't shut up.
No. If there's something not right,
We shut up, you get ripped off.
it's different when you are critical about something. Say, for instance, us on the Zero clamps. I was critical about them. I was like, you know, they're okay, but, you know, they could use some work. And what did Chris do? He didn't get all fucking offended and then start his own window cleaning app so people could say nice things about his shit. You know what he did? You know what he did? He fucking like, you know what? What do you think I should do? And people like me and Steve and Luke and Mark and people like that were like, yo, this is what I think you should do. And he fucking did it, and now they work good.
Yep.
And you know what he did? He sent you the fucking clamps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, what the fuck, man?
It wasn't called an upgrade.
Yeah, it was
called a here you go.
Dude, again, not only is there levels to water-fed poles and equipment, but there's also levels to customer service.
Yes.
And as much as he wants to be critical about Chris and his brother, they've really turned. I really feel like since their inception till now, their customer service and the way they run their business is night and day.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could see the evolution. You could see that they are more aware of their community than they were when they first started out.
Well, you know, here's the thing, okay? If you run your business based on internet presence, internet sales, Facebook, and all the electronic and the social media, you can die by that sword.
Yes.
And they know
Yes.
they got to do the right thing. So you know what? The clamp needs to be shaved down. It needs more gap. It needs this. The screws aren't long enough. Or whatever it is, they take care of it. Because they know it's just as easy to rant about how bad it is or to praise how nice it is or how good it is.
Yes.
You know, and there's nothing better than being contacted and saying, hey, you know, the clamps, we understand the issue with it. Here you go. This should fix it. Not, well, yeah, for $125 and 3 months, you're going to get it in the fucking mail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, why did it? It's like I see DirecTV has a upgrade. All the channels wide open for fucking $69 a month. I'm like, I've been with you 20 years. Why am I paying $99? Cancel my service. Open a new account. Oh no, it's only for new customers. You fucking everybody that's been loyal for 25 fucking years here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to take care of the ones that take care of you.
And you're not going to see that out of him. He's not gonna. You early adopters, you fucking yum-yums about 20 fucking gunslingers that all leaked. He's not going to think about you when you're buying that brush. All he's going to do is take your fucking money. He's going to play at, I do this and I do that for the community. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You've proven that on several occasions.
You cause
that
drama.
You're full of shit.
Just look at the fucking dwindling cat population in that fucking neighborhood where the motherfucker just moved to. Dead.
My
Fucking
original
dead.
tip jar is still official like a referee with a whistle.
Fucking dumpsters full of legs and tails because they haven't figured out what to do with those parts yet.
Yeah.
You know?
It's technically it's a gunslinger because it's the final prototype design, but the one that he was given blueprints to make. It's technically that, but I will refer to it as a tip jar from here on out. That is for sure. Absolutely. But yeah, it's still solid as the day. You know, and again, and I feel bad for harping about this, but this is the first I've spoke publicly on the podcast about the shit that was said on his little live stream. Like, just his little jabs left and right, just like his little fucking pokes here and there. Him and that fucking half a fucking dude, that fucking Lee Burbridge, man. Dude, I've never in my life witnessed that kind of fucking bitchness. That I'm gonna say it. That is faggotry. That dude's going on. I mean, you fucking little shitbird. You sit and fucking talk. I will not support a product, and neither will my company, that negative influencers are promoting.
You know what they look like together? Remember that movie with Danny DeVito and what's his name? Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
That's what they did.
And they're holding hands.
What they do? Did they do a video together?
No, it was just a social media post and shit. Like, he don't know. I mean, that shit gets back to me.
Aren't they doing a podcast or some shit like that?
Yeah, they talked about it.
Give me a fucking break. Did you see that fucking snooze fest? Him, Harrison, and that other guy. Like, I'm gonna listen to two fucking guys that have never cleaned a fucking window in their life talk about fucking window cleaning. Right. Like, you know how fucking preposterous that is? We're going to start our own podcast. We got a podcast studio. This dude has dropped all this fucking money on a fucking studio to make YouTube videos. Yeah, motherfucker, I do this I do this right here in the spare bedroom my grandpa used to be butt naked in all the time.
Studio.
Yeah, I got a studio. I got a laboratory for all my water-fed porn experiments. Yeah.
The only way they're going to get any fucking viewers on that podcast is to have Chaz Bono expose the new homemade man to everybody.
Well, they can't put it on YouTube because you can't comment.
Yeah, you can't comment on it. Yeah.
It won't be live. There's no way he'd go live.
Why even have a channel? If you do not want likes or dislikes, you have totally fucked up. That's why he only gets 23 views on his videos. Like, that dude's got almost 3,000 subscribers and never gets over.
More views. He used to get more views when we could dislike you.
Yeah. Hey, when I could go give you a thumbs down, you were at least getting fucking traffic, dude.
Dislike it.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit now. Yeah,
Yeah, how is it possible that more people dislike it than actually saw it? But you know what? You want that shit to go viral. You want to bust up the internet. Make it interactive. because I'll be there. Let me
Right.
post questions right there.
Right.
Boom.
Right. Well, Chris, I don't know. That as far as the zero clamps go, I don't know if that was for the guys that first purchased the poles or not. I'm not exactly how all that worked. Some people may have not gotten, the here you go, but, sorry, it's not, oops. I love all you guys, but sometimes you guys kind of like try to rub us a little bit about the shit we say about the products that we get to test out. Listen, these dudes, and I'm not trying to be a fucking douchebag here or nothing to any of you guys, but none of you motherfuckers would be using carbon fiber trad poles if we didn't talk about it on this podcast. I got news for you. All these fucking people overseas are making them now. The overseas companies that are big over there, Phantom, now everybody's making a fucking carbon fiber trad pole now. I don't care what nobody says. It didn't get brought up here. There might have been a few dudes out there that took a old water fed pole and were using it as a trad pole. Whatever, that's fine.
But that wasn't public like this.
This was a purpose-built, purpose-sold fucking traditional pole made out of carbon fiber from zero. They were the first to do it, and we mentioned it here on the podcast, and we were given the first 3. I think Luke and Steve-O also got to try one out when they first went out. So, you can all eat a dick. I'm sorry you didn't get free clamps. I'm sorry. But you wouldn't have a carbon fiber trad pole if it wasn't for us. So there you go.
And for those of you using them, no matter who's making them, you throw away your aluminum poles.
I haven't touched a fucking aluminum pole.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way, bro. There's no way, bro. No way, bro.
I'm talking to Ron tonight. I said, hey, TJ gave me this 20, so I'm going to throw you this 12 so you can try this thing out for a week and stuff, because he's not like sold on it. He goes, man, I don't understand the cost. I said, dude, remember the sting on your hands from that aluminum. Doesn't matter if you're wearing the glacier gloves or not, you still feel that sting through the glacier gloves. I said, you don't feel that with this at all. You don't feel anything. Yeah, I mean, it's just perfect.
Right.
There's no cold like it is.
Right. Yeah, it's dude, it's
worth it.
Jason Lehman is a straight shill for me. He's blowing Richie's. I mean, he's got the taste of Richie's balls in his mouth right now.
Aussie finally
Even Maker Product did make it carbon fiber. Yeah, we know, Jason. We know. We all watched the podcast. We were here, believe it or not. Fuck.
Richie's gonna dunk his balls in chocolate and give me a Roman soldier helmet tonight.
I love Jason. He's fucking great,
he's
dude.
good
I
people.
love fucking with Jason. It's probably
Notice
the
how I
best
say he's good people, because he's bigger than one man.
Right. Yeah, it's just, it's I'm not saying that we deserve things and other people don't deserve things, but when we got those polls and Chris sent them out to us, he let me, gave me the 411. He's like, hey man, I'm trying something out. I sent it to you. You tell me what you guys think. Whatever. You know what I mean? He didn't look at it like, oh, well, I see an opportunity to make money here or anything like that. He's like, all right, I'll take on that challenge. And why not give it to guys? He valued our opinion on it.
Yeah.
Actually, that was what he goes, I want your guys' input. I want you guys to have them because I feel like, he goes, I know you guys are on the glass every day. He goes, I know you and Mark and Tim and Luke and Steve. I know. Not only do we, the 4 of us, 4 out of the 5 have YouTube channels. Of course, that's a smart thing to do. You know what I mean? Right. To advertise for himself. But also, he knows that we're cleaning glass. He knows that. And we have experience doing it. And there's, you're spread it all across the country. To the West Coast, the middle of it, the North, the South. There's people trying these things out, and he's going to be able to get a good bearing on how this is going to perform. You know what I'm saying? So, it wasn't just like, here you go, let's be friends. It was also, I want to take this challenge on and see what we can do. Tell me what you think. And I think they performed well. I think
he got like 100 of them. They sold almost instantly. Overnight. Mm-hmm. Boom.
So,
that was a thing that I really do believe, and you and I have spoke about that, because we asked for one to he who not. Oh no, it's not practical. It's not.
Yeah, I was told it wasn't practical.
Yeah.
When I approached him about this on the podcast, he said it was not practical.
That is the kind
Mr.
of
Apple
product.
himself did say that. Mm-hmm. He said that at the IWCA because him and Sorbo were talking about it, and they didn't think any. Because that's what I don't understand is why do they not think that a traditional guy is not going to invest in himself when the
Yeah.
guy doing the same shit with a water-fed pole is going to afford a $3,000 fucking machine.
Right. Why wouldn't a guy that does twice the volume, if you think about it, a guy that does twice the volume not want a quality, rigid, light pole that's dependable? Who would not, Well, that's not, no, it doesn't make sense to fit your profit margin. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it boiled down to. He didn't see the profit margin. There's no way I can make money on that.
How much money did he lose on that deal?
Yeah.
Think of that.
I just
I don't know. I don't know if his pole fizzled, but I haven't seen anything about it. I know there's one out there.
It's gonna fizzle because those clamps are fucking horse shit.
Yeah, those pinch motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
New clamps for 2020. It's the same clamp with a new thingy on it.
With a special collar.
I just dislike that dude. I dislike the levers catch your hoodie. That fucking pisses me off. The levers on a reach-it pole get stuck in your pocket.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking shit's irritating as shit. You have to adjust them constantly. And maybe his new ones are better, but they still got the widow's peak destroy your fucking hand on the other side. Fuck.
You catch your hand in that one fucking time.
What do you need that for? Why do you need that on the... If your levers and your clamp gap is right, you don't need that fucking anti-spin thing on the back.
No,
bum-ass
no.
piece
And
of
it only
shit.
works when the poles collapse, but that's another reason the pole doesn't come apart.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Put the right clamps, the pole can come apart.
Yeah. Whatever. I made a carbon prototype pole for Perry 2 years ago. Yes, I know. I saw it. I saw the pole. It was pretty sweet. And then, that's not practical. Here's the Trad 4. It's camouflaged. Yeah!
It's not practical, but it's not practical, but WCR sold all their 100 of them that were sent out practically overnight.
Well, I'll tell you this, guys. If you want a flashy carbon fiber trad pole, just buy a Sim Tad pole or a fucking Zero fucking Trad 12. Call me and I'll send you a couple stickers to put on it. Flashy. There you go. You know what I mean?
I saw something. I saw something where that trad pole has a gooseneck on it, an adjustable gooseneck. Well, if you don't know window cleaning, you come up with things like that. Because guess what? Unger Sorbo make a variety of different angled squeegees for different applications. Mm-hmm. So why would you take a nice theoretically rigid, carbon fiber pole and put a floppy ass
weak spot
gooseneck on it that wobbles to the left and it wobbles to the right and it wobbles to the center?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he caught on to that eventually, and now he's got like Unger tips for shit. Now he's made an attachment, so that Apex that he put on there, that was just him trying to sell you something that he's got fucking millions of. He's got so many of those Apex fucking angle things. He's like, God, we got to get rid of these. You know what? I got so much Rhino tube. We need to make a slapper. So you can slap your screen dry. You fucking yum ass motherfucker.
How much?
This
how much
dude took some fucking Rhino hose.
$25 or something like that for a piece of Rhino tube?
Yes, the Rhino hose, it's not tube, it's Rhino hose. Because the Rhino hose kept failing, it kept popping. So he took that hose, he couldn't sell it to anybody, so he ran it in a loop and bought a plastic handle so you could slap screens dry, bro.
Also, if you use it right,
I'm so innovative.
You can use it to slingshot cats. Drag them into the factory.
Zero
no reason
Trad
to use
pole,
a towel for
I
the
think
same
was one of the best window cleaning tools in 2019. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm going to be honest. We're actually giving out awards on the podcast for Christmas. Because, the Christmas podcast will probably be the last one we do for the year. We're probably not going to do one until after the first of the year. But, maybe we can get Tim's fucking douchebag ass on a little bit more. But we're going to get, to me, I'm going to say this. I think the 2019 window cleaning invention of the year is the Zero Trad 12. That's my personal opinion. That's my personal vote.
Definitely.
I'm actually going to...
It was the first one out of the gate. How could it not be?
Yeah. So,
how could it not be? It's badass.
It's a game changer. It was a game changer. It changed things. You know what I mean? I really feel like that really changed things in 2019. The carbon fiber trad pole kind of changed the way people look at poles. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's got a lot of big manufacturers eventually, Unger and Ettore, you're going to see a carbon fiber trad pole for them.
You might even see Garlac come up with one now. A lot of their poles are crossed over into painting and whatnot, but they're putting a dent in that market. You know,
I think we're gonna get some cool shit this year, just because. I mean, Sorbo coming out with all their colored channels and the colored handle now. I think you're gonna see a lot of that.
The Sorbo, I'm actually, we're gonna give some things away. You guys got to answer the fucking questions. And when I ask you guys a question in that fucking group, it's for a reason. It's not like, well, I don't know if I should answer this question. Should I look at Google? I don't give a fuck. Answer the question if you want to win something.
Yep.
I'm going to send out Jared from Aztec Innovations. Send me these cool ass aluminum signs. I got 5 of these to give away. I'm going to give away a few T-shirts. I've got some of those super sweet Sorbo channels from Window Magic Supply with the stars, the red ones, the anodized red with the white stars, the stars and bars one. I'm going to send you one of those, possibly, if you win a question. Hopefully, Richie and fucking Casper step up, and maybe I'll be able to get rid of a handy sleeve with a T-bar.
I won't be on the podcast anymore because I'm going to be answering questions.
I already gave you a bunch of free shit. What do you want? What else you want, Tim?
I'm going to do a video on the free shit. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Bill Jordan is one of the guys that bought a Sim Tadpole, man, and he says he loves it, man. So, like I said, the carbon fiber trapole, you got to hand it to Zero, because they're the one that fucking lit that fire, man. And I feel like that's the product. That's the product of the year. I'm gonna put a vote on the Squeegee Life page. I'm gonna try to start a poll. I don't know how to do a poll, but I'm gonna add a few things on there, and I'm gonna, boom. Is Shof going to help? Shof is not allowed on the podcast for anything.
No.
Ever live again. Josh can come on in like pre-recorded episodes, but if I can't shut him up, like, because if he's drinking, you might as well. He's gonna give the answers away. He's gonna fucking tell you that fucking people are pedophiles and shit. Like, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah,
it's gonna be bad. I love that motherfucker.
So you're saying
with all my heart, but man,
there's a chance we could have Josh.
So you're saying there's a chance? Dude, Josh is so next level.
There's no place to put a filter on that.
No. But he is. I mean, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. We love fucking Josh. It's just Josh.
Yeah.
Josh is just Josh, and he's not gonna change that for nobody. Nobody. Yeah. He's a good dude. No. Give you the shirt off his back. He's a lovely man. But yeah, man. We want to do some cool stuff with the Christmas podcast. Keep a lookout in the Squeegee Life podcast page. If there's anybody that would like to donate anything to give away for the podcast, just reach out to me privately or Mark privately, and we'll make it happen. But we've got some pretty cool things. We're actually a few cool things that we're going to give away. Mark's actually working on something, and I think every prize winner is going to get. I think because there's going to be enough of them for me to give it away to everyone that wins a prize will also get this prize handmade by Mark. And when you guys see it, you're going to be like, oh, man, that's fucking cool. I'm not going to give it away. You won't see it until the Christmas episode, but it's fucking cool, man. It's a really neat idea. I was like, man, that's fucking smart, Mark. Super smart idea.
It's badass.
It's cool as shit. I'm really surprised that no one's thought of it yet. Like, none of these manufacturers have thought about that yet. That's really fucking weird.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
But when they start popping them out, it's Mark. We did it again. We did it again.
Since I have the production facility to make them, anyone who wants to run with them and sell them,
just hit me up.
Come to me Not patented. But you gotta call me.
Yeah, call him, Mark. He's got the fucking inside track.
Yeah.
He can liquidate the market. He can just flood the market with them and fuck it.
Let's put it this way: if things go right, I'll have nothing to use. If things go right, I'll have nothing to use for work.
Right.
Put it that way.
Yeah, but just like I said, reach out to me privately. Keep an eye out in the podcast page for the questions. I've already got one guy written down as a winner, and he'll win something during the podcast. We'll make it up. It's all going to be pre-recorded, and we haven't decided yet because we have so many loyal, lovely, awesome fucking listeners. Not one fucking douchebag has told us when you want the podcast released. Do you want it released Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve? You got to tell us, guys. You got to tell us.
Yeah, we know how to prepare.
Area Pro is going to send us those. He said he'll donate something to the podcast. those strap-on abrasive pads. I'm actually gonna.
You know what we should do, T? You know what we should do, T?
What?
On the Squeegee Life podcast page, I don't know if this is possible.
Mm-hmm.
We should record it, let it out on Christmas Day, and run it on an endless loop, just like the Christmas story.
Yeah. I don't know if we could do that or not. But we'll definitely, most likely what's going to happen is this. We're going to record the episode, and I'm going to fucking upload it as a premiere. So it'll premiere on whatever day the listeners pick, either the day before Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve, and it'll go live, and you guys will be able to comment live, and most likely, whoever's on it will most likely be watching and be able to comment along. And what we're gonna do is I want to set aside like maybe 2-3 hours. I want to set aside like 3 hours for this, maybe longer, and just get guys on to record the shit. Just call dudes, add them to the show. We'll do that. It's gonna be completely organic. And maybe we might read the night before Christmas. We might change it up. We might do the night before Christmas, and all through the house, all we could smell is Perry shitty trousers. I don't know. We don't know what we'll do. You know what I mean? But
just broke down ass.
Bob Bouquet might fucking send you a Christmas greeting. You never know. Willie might do a pre-recorded Christmas greeting. You never know. But you'll never know the stars that you will see during the Squeegee Life Christmas podcast. You'll never, the stars were all aligned. They're all going to come out that night. You have no idea the guys that I've asked to send in super cool stuff. You never know. It's going to be super awesome. But, thank you guys for listening. Go to www.patreon.com/Squeegee Life. If you want to be a Patreon member, go to maker.com and check out their products. They got a vendor list there. You can go buy your fucking handy sleeves and all that shit from your favorite supplier. The squeegeelife.com in 2020. You can look at it. It will start to change after the first year. I've got plans. I've got a lot of personal shit going on in my life right now, and I will focus. I can only focus so much energy on stuff outside of home life besides window cleaning. You know what I'm saying? So, the squeegeelife.com will change and evolve. There will be a weekly little. I'm gonna try to. I would like to find someone that likes to write that could add something on a monthly basis to the squeegeelife.com, stories. I would love to do that. If someone out there is interested and is listening and would like to be like a writer on the squeegeelife.com, you want to put stories up there, hit us up, man.
The only thing we ask is if you do it a couple times and we're loving it, you got to keep doing it.
Yeah, don't fall out on us. You'll have access to the site to add blog posts
for you every
week.
Yeah,
it'll be like a blog spot, and we'll have like an article on there. Maybe sometimes I'll write something on there, which I haven't kind of fully explored, or you guys don't know. I like to write things as well sometimes, but. When can we get? You can get maker shirts anytime you want. Send me money, I'll make you one. I'm wearing one right now. If you want this T-shirt, tell me you want a maker shirt, I'll make you one. But whatever, you got to give me money though. But yeah, man.
Jason says, ask Carrie after what you did to her. You alone, Jason.
Yeah.
In that political post, I don't think she's showing up anymore. It's your fault.
It's your. I would love for Carrie Gunther to. Yeah, I would love for her to. Actually, no bullshit. She's very talented. I'd totally let Carrie fucking do a monthly blog on the squeegeelife.com. Totally. Even still now, even though Jason was mean to her, and got me, and I'm the one that got yelled at for it. Thankfully, Mark and fucking Jason. Listen, Mark and Jason.
How am I getting dragged into this?
Well, whatever. You assholes were on there talking shit. And she yelled at me for it. I'm like, motherfucker. She's like, well, they're your friends. I'm like, well, what the fuck, man?
You know what? My mom used to say, this is funny.
Carrie's awesome, by the way.
Grandma Tanners quote, Mark is the kind of person that pulls the fire alarm in school, and everyone else gets the fucking blame for it. They never even look his way.
Yeah, you're a douchebag.
There's an art to that, my friend.
Timothy, Huber, thank you for coming on the podcast. Try not to be a stranger. Listen, I want everyone to fucking know. Tim's not on the podcast because Tim doesn't get on the podcast. Tim is welcome here anytime he wants. He knows that. He knows that. I've told him that. Mark's told him that. He knows that. Yeah. So all he's got to do is make the time to be friends with us, and we will be friends with him.
Yeah.
He doesn't like us. The only reason why he's on the podcast now is because I bribed him with 2 carbon fiber poles. But hopefully we'll get Tim on the podcast for the Christmas episode. We'll have to set aside time for that and to record that. Remember, guys, that's coming up, Mark and Tim. Anyone else that wants to be involved in the Christmas podcast, just remember it's coming up. We're going to be recording it soon. So if you want to be involved, you want to give thing away, whatever, reach out to me privately, and we'll make it happen. Thank you, guys. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. And we will see you, what do you think? I don't know. In a few days, we'll see you. Yeah?
Yeah.
That sound good to you?
Anytime.
Yeah. Anytime. We'll be back. You guys will love it. Hopefully Tim will come if he's not a douchebag. And we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah. Peace.
Is this thing on? Testes? Testes. Testes, 1, 2. It's,